Right, adrift on the Sea of Silt. This is where we find ourselves. Having headed out into the Dust Ocean to seek the fortress of Akarakle, there our heroes hope to locate information on the Psionatrix, an ancient artifact that is currently being misused by an order of psionicists known as the Order. The Psionatrix was, however, created by a lost order of preservers called the Wind Mages, and if our heroes can find their former stronghold, perhaps they can learn lore on the Psionatrix, find a way to deactivate it. It is, after all, ruining psionics for everyone. It's not fair, but there you go. After a brief encounter with some giants who turned out to be not so friendly because they were being mentally controlled by the order of psionicists known as the Order, our heroes have fled, escaping the giant stockade, and returned to the Sea of Silt. Without a vessel, without a giant to carry them, they have been forced to rely upon the redoubtable Constantine, who has used his druidic powers to turn into a rook toy, which is basically a big flat lizard in the shape of a lilo. Everyone's piled onto his back, and he is now paddling his way across the silt to, well, he hasn't actually got a clue, have you, Tin? You don't know where you're going, do you?
Don't know. No. I don't care. We could end up anywhere.
That away. You could end up anywhere.
Now, I believe we did use navigation to decipher the general direction. So we're going in the right direction. We just don't know how far.
Yes.
Right. Outstanding. Okay. On then you paddle. For the benefit of you and our viewers, I will provide you with an image of a rook toy right now to see what it is that Tin actually looks like. There you go. There he is. Big lilo lizard, large flappy fins on the end of his limbs. He moves with slow, deliberate strokes, the dust churning away behind you. You have all placed silters over your mouths, dust masks, wet them with your dwindling supplies of water. Fleeing the giants was a precipitous affair. You had little chance to take any supplies with you beyond that which you are carrying. And now you are at the mercy of the elements and at the mercy of your companion. As long as his ability endures, you remain safe. But you are quite literally only a handful of feet above the silt itself. The dust swirls up around you, in your face, in your ears, and your nostrils, even lining your throat a little bit despite the dust masks. At the present, the wind would appear to be somewhat clement. Indeed, only a light breeze rises off the silt. The dust itself swathes back and forward over the front of the rook toy. It is perhaps the best kind of conditions in which to be moving.
You're still invisible, right?
Let's do a quick rundown and double check on how you are. Hit point wise, all of you, apart from Portak and Ra, have suffered injuries of one kind or another, small and great, in your brief fight with the giants and subsequent flight from their stockade. As for invisibility, is it your 10-foot radius one?
Yeah, I put a 10-foot radius one on the rook toy itself.
Yes, so that engulfs the entire group, kind of upwards.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tin, to answer your question briefly,
and there's one on me, actually.
Yes, you do not have to eat as a rook toy. You can shrink down to eat less. So,
what's my hit points currently?
Also, just a reminder, I did heal myself to full after healing Ra and the chieftain.
You were only 2 points off anyway, so let's just get rid of that. Exact hit point totals: Bengal 52, Tik 47, Matthias 75, and Portek and Ra at max.
So, I also have a.
Just a minute, please. Just a minute. As you proceed across the silt, your minds drift ever so slightly. Your hearts are heavy, your morale a little low. You are quite literally out in the most inhospitable environment you've ever encountered before. The Urukite's somewhere ahead of you. And then you hear a voice. A voice you recognize. The voice of Korganard, your Avangian patron. Over the low sound of the breeze, all of you trying to figure out where the voice is coming from until you realize, of course, it's all in your mind. The voice is broken syllables at first, like words coming through intermittently, but then it becomes clearer. And almost immediately you can sense that Korganard is in pain. Whatever long-distance communication he's carrying out, it must be extremely difficult for him, pushing against the powers of the Sarnatrix. And although he seems weak, and his words often garbled, some reach you. It was a trap. The order. And the words fall away. Comes back again. They must not succeed. Must escape. You must follow the road. I am lost. You must follow the road. Only hope. Escape. Escape the road. No. No. Please. A horrendous psychic scream strikes all of you. And then the voice cuts off. Tim, can you make me a wisdom check, please?
Am I going to scream like that?
I leave that up to you.
We've still got D20s, haven't we?
Yeah, I also feel like I took psychic damage as well from that.
15, less than 18.
Nice. Okay. The sudden psychic pain that you feel momentarily threatens to overwhelm your shape-shifting powers and smack you back into your mortal form. Thankfully, your will is strong, and you retain the shape of the rook toy, and nobody falls into the silt and drowns. I'm very sorry, Lowry. There should be a warning for that kind of thing. Yeah. Carl, briefly, what was it you were trying to mention there before I so rudely cut you off?
That I'll still have a stone skin running. Remember, I cast a stone skin when I made myself visible with the giant.
Yes, you do. I have it written here. I have it right here.
I'll proceed in throwing some healing in the way of those that are still wounded.
I think I'm only 11 off.
What have we got here? Just a second, please. Okay, and how are you handing out the healing?
Who is the worst off at the moment?
Tick, tick, tick.
As a straight figure, it's Tick Tick.
I think that's a cure critical from me.
Okay, nice.
My max hit points is 86 now, Mark, yeah? Is that right?
5. I think it's 85 I have here. Yes, 85.
Okay.
It's 13 points for him.
Nice, okay. Portek places his hands upon you, Tick Tick, and your hit points leap up to 60.
Nice.
The injuries in your chitin heal and seal.
Is he still fairly wounded, or?
He's
35
60
off.
Out of 95?
Yes.
Big boy.
Another critical going his way then.
Nice.
22.
72. Okay, cool.
And I'll do
82 then.
another one. Oh, but that'll be. You're serious. 2d8 plus 1. Second, guys. Nice. 15. Good.
15 for who?
For tactic.
That puts me on full.
Okay, good. That fully heals you.
Thank you.
Who else do we have at the moment?
Matthias is down by 10 on 75, and Bengal is down by 25.
So Bengal gets a cure serious.
Is for me?
Yes. Nice. 15.
Oh, thank you. So what does that put me up to now? 60 something?
67.
I have one left here. One cure serious.
Do it on
And that was
Bengal.
that's not for Bengal, that's going to be for Matthias.
I was going to say do it on Bengal.
No. She needs 10 points. You need more than 10, I think.
I need 10 as well.
Oh,
They're both 10 down.
okay, then I continue on Bengal.
Okay.
He gets it. Ah, Bengal's good. He is good.
Thank you.
11 points. Then I will proceed with a whole bunch of berries for Matthias. Gets a meal.
Mark,
Okay.
while they're
that's
having the
enough- that's enough
healing
to-
party on
that's
my
enough
back,
hang on, please, Dwarf. That's enough to put him up to full, yeah?
Yeah, let me give me a sec. Rolling.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
I think
Carry
I'm
on, Dwarf, please.
2.
Dwarf, go ahead, please.
so while they're having the healing party on my back, can I use my my hunting as the ruck toy to notice any movement above the silt or below for potential food?
Yeah, make me a hunting roll, please.
11. Less than
Okay,
18,
nice.
so
Yeah,
still
good.
good.
So you become aware of some strange scents eddying through the silt. You think they are moving beneath you fairly rapidly, and judging from the way the scents change over the course of your slow paddling movement, you think something or several somethings are in fact circling you at a large distance to begin with, but the circle is getting smaller. They smell reptilian. There are at least 3 of them.
Do I see any sandbar or something nearby where we can get some land under us?
Yeah, 2 good berries and 1 cure light, and also Matthias is full.
Thank you, sir.
Time to roll a natural 20. Yes, Tin, you do in fact spot, and it's maybe a half mile distant, just off to the north. You think you see what is a low, rocky outcrop, just bare above the silt.
Second question, just given my knowledge of creatures, do I have any idea what this they might be?
A serpent of some kind, you think? The combination
All right.
of the smell, your knowledge of the living animals of Athas, you're almost certain that there's one or more silt serpents moving slowly around the group, homing in upon the Ruktoy. For them to be hunting a Ruktoy, they're probably quite large. Many silt serpents are, small in size, but as with all such species, they can grow to quite a size. They're notable for their venom, which is extremely potent.
I will
Are you
immediately
paddling? Yeah.
move
Go
with haste towards the sandbar.
Okay, nice. All right. Okay. The rest of you notice that your Ruktoy steed picks up speed and begins making slightly off course. Instead of now heading off to the east, he turns north. And those of you with keen eyes can see a low outcrop of rock to which he is heading. Those of you with keen eyes also notice that whatever is pursuing you takes note and redoubles its speed. Behind you now, you can see them. 3 dart-like furrows moving through the silt. Whatever's causing them, not quite visible, but they're coming in, 2 from either side, and 1 as fast as it can come up behind. You realize, Constantine, you're not going to reach the sandbar quite in time. These things will catch up with you within less than a minute. Their tails giving them incredible speed through the silt, far in excess of the mobile power offered by your bulk and your flippers. If anybody wants to take any precautions or actions, you have 1 round before it's going to get a bit snaky in here.
Armor optimization.
Yeah, same. Armor up.
Are we aware that these are snakes?
You don't know that they're snakes, no. Constantine is aware of this. He's not able to tell you. Yeah. You do, however, see the sort of the furrow-like wakes rushing in towards you. The gladiators spotting these immediately start arranging their armor, tightening it up for combat readiness.
Can Ra not use her animal empathy to get a gist of Tin?
Well, if only she were able to think of such a thing, she might be.
Oh my god, I say to Ra as Bengal.
I'm like, I forgot I had this power.
Yeah.
I mean, would I want to use it on Tin or would I want to use it on the snakes?
Well, you don't actually know they're snakes. You only know that there's furrows of something hunting you in the silt.
Alright. If I use my animal empathy, sorry, I'm just trying to find it. On my sheet, what does my animal empathy tell me again? It's just their feeling, their base feeling, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I feel like if I do that to Tin, it's just gonna be fear, like, you know.
What do snakes feel like?
Can I do it on whatever is chasing us without seeing it?
No. Okay. So, Bingle Bangle, that's your action. Is to say this to Ra.
No.
Ra,
I'm doing my armor optimization.
Oh, so yes, in addition to that, and you use your words as well.
Yeah. Me thinking about it, I'm armor optimizationing while thinking about doing it, and then kind of realizing
Did it actually work or not? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like,
okay, good.
So
okay,
Mark,
hang on. Anything from Portek?
Portek is holding off. He doesn't know what he's dealing with. He needs to know what he's dealing with.
Okay, anything from Tick Tick?
I'm getting into a defensive stance, readying my shields and weapons. I pull out the Zerka.
Oh, cool. And Matthias, anything from you? Lee, anything from Matthias?
Sorry, son's being gobby. Seeing that they're doing this, I'm going to take a hidden, try and hide somewhere as much as I can, underneath an ear flap or something.
There's nowhere for you to hide on the exposed rook toy unless you climb up inside the half giant's butthole. So I'm afraid
in the fats of his neck.
Yeah. Okay.
I will just.
This escalated really quickly.
I'll ready my blowgun then.
Ra, did you succeed in figuring out what they are or not? I missed that.
And finally, Constantine, please. Anything for you?
Am I able to tense my muscles a little and use my armor optimization? Just check it on that one.
You're not wearing any armor, so no.
Damn. Sadly, all I can do is just tense up because if I do anything, they're going to fall and drown in silt. So I'm just going to kind of careen forward. If anything, actually, can I use my cloud of silt to cover our escape?
Oh, that's very nice. Let me just pull up the rook toy stats quickly.
Is that like
presumably rook toy are in the wild?
Okay, so it slows you down to movement 9. But it will, they will make a saving throw, and if they fail, they won't be able to see you for a round, which will give you the round you need to get away.
Do it now.
No. Okay. let me
what kind of roll
saving-
is that? Is that just
Get to the sandbank.
You just say that you just say I do it, and then I roll some saving throws.
I do the thing.
Okay, good. Here's 3d20s. These are all saving throws. Fail. Wow, that's a good start to my game. There is an explosion of air from one of Tin's rear glands, and it bursts the silt up behind you into a swirling mass of dust. And then with a sudden kick of his flippers, he is away and ahead of you, and moments later, beached on the side of the little rocky outcrop.
Question: was it where I was hiding?
Yes.
You're actually
Did I
been
fart
ejected.
Matthias out?
I'm not enabling you, Lee.
Can I also call that I'm the gland is the one that Matthias is sitting in, because I want to
safe.
fart him at the snakes?
I'm not enabling you either, so just behave.
What a way to die!
Okay, so
Drowning
yes,
from a fart.
you skid up the edge of the rocky outcrop. Do you guys get off the Rooktoy or stay put?
Yes. I think. How big is this rock? I mean, is it like
10
by 10 feet? Or is it...
Yeah, exactly. No more than 20, 30 feet across.
Are we sure it's a
much as-
rock and not just some
much as
horrible animal?
It's probably another animal.
Yeah.
it's another monster.
I use my
just-
empathy on the rock.
It's clearly stoned. You can't get any information out of it. Much as with the ship that you encountered earlier, this looks to be an area of rock that has been exposed just by the passage of the wind. You know that this thing isn't going to stay a safe place. Another change in the surface of the silt will bury it again. But for the time being, at least your feet are on solid ground. Tin, do you remain in Rooktoy form?
Oh no, I will convert back. As I'm converting back, my flippers are disappearing as I'm knocking an arrow, and I will call out to all of you: silt serpents, highly poisonous, on their way.
Do we have any protection against poisons?
Kill them first.
Don't you? You're the poison guy.
I poison people. I don't have protection.
Okay, we have some protections. But I start casting.
You don't have antidotes.
So
What?
let's get an initiative check, please. You've used your round to get to safety using the Rooktoy's Silt Burst, and now that's gotten you onto the ground, and now the furrows are closing in, following the trail of scent you've left through the silt. So let's have some quick initial rolls, and we'll just see what order you acquire yourself some new leather for boots in, because let's face it, that's what's going to happen.
I got a 5 on my initiative.
Is it though?
Okay.
3.
Somebody might die of poison first. Yes, all right, fine. Bagal, what'd you get?
I got an 8.
An 8. Portek?
8.
8 also. Tick.
12.
Wow. Matthias?
7.
7 and Tin.
3.
3. Good. Okay, cool. Right, 10. Go for it.
Have they come out
Thank
of
you.
the?
Yes, I will kill them all. Thank you for the advice.
Have they come out of the silt at all to where I can see them?
No. At present, the 3 furrows are coming closer. You estimate a handful of seconds. Initiative count 10.
Then I'm going to hold until one of them presents itself.
You hold. Okay, right. Similarly, you're next. The furrows, serpents, as Tin has identified them, are closing in upon you. They'll be with you in but a few moments.
I'm just brandishing Heartbreaker and just kind of waiting for them to get close enough for me to strike at them.
Good. At the ready. Matthias, the same, or anything else from you?
Do I think like hitting their fins will do anything?
Hitting their what?
Like you said that we can see the fins coming through, yeah?
No, you can see the furrow of them
Oh, the furrow,
through
okay.
the silt.
I am going to sort of like get really low on the ground and try to hide myself as much as I can.
On the far side of the piece of rock.
Yeah, and then wait for them
Yeah.
to attack, and then attack if I can.
Okay, you can give me a roll at that, and it's at a minus 25 penalty due to the lack of actually anything to hide behind.
Roger. Hide in shadows. Roger.
100. So no. Try as you might, the exposed bare area of rock offers you nowhere to hide.
Okay.
Okay, then at the same time, Bagal, Portek, now you can see the backs of the silt serpents cresting out of the silt. They're big ones, easily anaconda in size. One of them lifts its head up, jaws open, long fangs pearlescent in the pale moonlight, venom beading at their tips.
Well, that just won't do. I've got my my raptor crossbow, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
And I've got magic bolts, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna have myself a little shooty with the snaky wakey.
Okay.
He's a large, yeah? Anaconda, you said.
Yeah, big boys, yeah.
Yeah, my anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, huh? Let me see. Oh, no, wait, I rolled damage. I didn't even roll hit. Hold on, sorry. Getting ahead of myself.
That's a natural 1, so that's a miss. And the crossbow bolt, scratch one of your magic bolts, please. It disappears into the silt, leaving nary a ripple in its wake.
Could I not attach it to a piece of string or something?
Correct.
Pull it back.
Portek puts his hand on the earth.
Wait, how many do I?
Stone, on the rocky stone that we are sitting on, and casts forth a summons to the element of stone to bring forth a castellum in a wall of stone around all the players.
Oh, nice. All right.
What?
The surface of the rock around you ripples, and in a circle around your entire group, a wall of stone arises, sealing you off from the outside world.
Nice.
Open several feet above to the sky, but for the serpents, there is no way for them to reach you now. I presume you're encapsulated in the entire group, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so you can hear the first of the serpents slither up against the stone wall, its scaly underbelly scraping against the stone itself, but there's no way for them to get in. Tick, that leaves you at the end of the round. Tin and Ra also have held actions, but with you guys being inside the stone, there's no way for you to reach the serpents.
How tall is the stone wall?
Carl?
I can do 220 feet, so I'm not really sure how that adds up.
You tell me. How tall are you making it?
I'm making it as tall as I can, with a circular of 30 feet around us.
Yes, how tall is it?
I think that would be... I'm not really good at this.
6 miles high.
Yeah, exactly. I think
It's 3 inches. Shit.
I would say 40 feet. No, 30 feet.
40 feet? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. 30. Let's say 30.
Yeah, no, in that case, I can't do anything either.
Am I able to,
It's like a tower.
using my
in a way.
held action, use my stone of sharpening on my blade? My Nautilus?
Yes, absolutely.
Alright,
Yep.
I just...
This will keep us safe.
So, Mark, at the can I change my action when I see the wall
Yes.
of stone go up? I'm going to just touch myself and start speaking under my breath.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast fly on myself.
Ooh, okay. Right. And into the air you rise, momentarily, at the moment at least, just hovering a few inches above the ground as the element of air surrounds you, scoops you off the surface of the earth. Okay. All right. Right, next round. Before we roll for initiative, let's get an idea of what you guys are actually going to be doing. The serpents are currently outside the wall of stone.
There's not much I can do.
Okay.
Other than wait.
I will...
Tim? Yeah, Ra, sorry, yeah.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I would ask Bengal, do you want me to throw you on
I was about to say, how high are these walls again? Because I can
40 foot.
40 feet.
I can probably get myself up there and have a few.
Well,
shots off
as we've
at them.
established before, a halfling has a thrown range of maximum 30 feet. And given that Ra is over a dozen feet high, she could fairly easily throw you to the top of the wall.
Yeah.
But
Well,
what
not
if
the
she
top
misses?
I'd trust her. And if I miss,
then-
I'll drown horribly. So it's fine. Maybe
Oh, you
we
get
should.
eaten by serpents.
Yeah, maybe we should. Does
Maybe
anyone
we should
have
tie
a rope?
to? Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say.
This would be wise.
Just
I
so
think the
that
wolf
you know
probably
you
has
can
quite a low armor class. but-
collect the halfling when you're done with it.
Okay, so we're gonna attach a quick rope to Bengal and throw him to the top of the wall, eh?
Yep. Murder
Okay,
hobbit
cool.
style.
Panda, just make me roll me a d20, please, just to kind of in case something hilariously goes wrong.
Please don't mess this up. My life is literally in your hands.
Yeah, she doesn't time it perfectly well. You sort of slam into the front of the wall, but your fingers
It's
just
fine.
manage to catch
Ow,
the top.
fuck! It's okay. I think my nose is broken, but I'll live.
You're
Did you
literally
make it?
Okay.
you're having a blind giant throw you up against a wall.
Fine. Don't worry about it.
Did you do it?
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
That she's never
Okay.
seen before.
Stuck the landing
But
though.
Abigail, you are now balanced on top of the wall of stone. Down below, you can see the silt serpents have emerged out of the silt. One of them is slowly working its way around the base of the wall. Another one's still in the shallows of the silt, kind of hanging back. But one of them, the first one to reach the land, has reared up against the wall and is pushing its bulk up the entire length of the side.
No,
the
no,
thing is
no.
currently 15 to 20 feet out of the silt. It's a monster. You have an action. What do you want to do with it?
I do have an action. I'm attached to a rope, correct? That I assume
Yeah, you
someone
are,
in
yeah.
the party
It goes down
has.
and-
Okay.
Mhm, okay.
So here's my plan, right? I'm just gonna sort of go down the wall a little bit, and I think it would be better for me to use my singing sticks because I'll do more damage with them, and like kind of position myself in front of its face and just smack
What
it.
are you,
You're gonna
bait?
bungee jump
No.
off the wall and thwack it in the face.
No, I'm not
going
gonna
to
bungee jump. Think about it as like Attack on Titan. I'm using my 3D maneuver gear to like situate myself in front of it.
Gotcha. Yes.
You know,
gotcha,
with the
absolutely. Okay, yes.
the slack of the rope being taken up.
Am I your Titan?
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to be cool or whatever. I'm gonna get major
Yes.
XP for this, I think. Right?
Good,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Yes.
So you pretty
Cool.
much run horizontally down the wall with the rope behind you toward the snake. And go ahead. Give me some thwacking there.
Couldn't you
the
have
silt
made some
serpent, by the
arrow
way-
slits in this wall?
Fuck. This is really scary.
It's armor class 15, by the way, because it's out of the silt.
Okay. What's that? How many of those did hit?
Those are all hits.
Oh yes. Okay. Okay. Good.
One's a crit.
I
Is it?
think you have. I think you should have 3 attacks now with your main hand. Look on the. Does it say next to it on the character sheet?
It does. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, because you got Grand Mastery now.
Oh.
So
Oh.
3 hits. 4
Cool.
hits.
4 hits. Yay. And they're large, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my plan worked out so well, guys.
20, 22, 33. Oh. Okay, so from within the wall, you hear this kind of noise and the sound of something large and leathery sliding down the wall and lying immobile at the bottom. Bagal, you have crushed the
I'm
thing's
gonna climb
snaky
back
head
up.
completely to a pulp. Its lower half of its body twitches wildly in the silt, and yes, the silt serpent that's actually in the silt rushes forward, sinks its fangs into the decapitated body of its broodmate, and pulls it back under the dust to feed.
Okay. Well,
Those are us.
I can't believe no one saw me do that, unfortunately. But
We'll have to take your word for it.
yeah. Did you
So
hear
this is
that?
the
Did you
moment,
hear that?
We're looking
Yeah.
around and says, who's got the
Your
rope?
sticks were singing.
What?
holding the
Who's got the rope, guys?
Anyone?
Stop clapping. One of you has to hold the rope.
We all stop to applaud. Oh wait.
Okay, anything from anyone else?
Yeah.
Greetings, baptized in pus. I love your name.
Mark, Tin will fly up and then take shots at the one that's moving around the wall.
Yeah,
I
nice.
have
Go
a
for it.
fly speed of 18, so that's my new movement
Yeah.
speed while I'm in the air, apparently.
Easy done.
All right, fantastic. Let me find my damn character sheet. There it is.
Pew pew pew.
24, 19, 35. Those all hit?
It's armor class 15, I said, so yes, all hits.
All right. Awesome. And I will.
One of them was out of the silt though, so that's why you said it was 15.
Yeah, the one in this, actually the one in the silt with the higher armor class has pulled the dead one back out of sight. So the only
So
one.
these have that
visible is
+2 on them for from that rock. So it's going to be 30, 46.
outstanding. Okay, so Bagal, you actually get to see this. Tin kind of appears flying in the air and just thwack, arrow after arrow after arrow right into the back of the head of the second silt serpent. It doesn't even get a moment to react. So powerful are his arrow shots that in fact one of them goes through the head and splinters the stone underneath, pinning its corpse in place.
That's
We're going to
nasty,
eat good
guys.
tonight.
Ew.
Nice.
I'm going to attempt to run around the wall to the top. That's just flavour.
Yes.
I'm going to climb wall.
Yeah, okay.
Go on then.
Really fast.
I fall back down. Damn it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, okay. Matthias tries. You're not quite sure what it is, but he doesn't get very far and ends up falling on his backside and looking a little foolish. But there you go.
Missing all the fun.
Vortek then starts his second spell, which is a stone shape. And I'm going to create 1/2 by 1 foot steps in the inside of the tower all the way up. 11 of them.
So you could have done that before?
You guys never gave me a chance. I just let you go away. I was busy. Yeah.
Excellent.
Patience, Iago.
With 2 of the silt serpents dead and the third one feasting on the corpse of its former companion, the threat is momentarily averted. Tin, can you give? Sorry, yes, go ahead on out.
Oh, well, I was going to say I want to use those steps he just created to maybe climb to the top of the wall and get a view of where we are in relation to other things, because a 40-foot height is quite a good viewpoint.
It is a good viewpoint, yeah. Have you got observation?
I do.
If you
I
have
do.
rolled it. Good.
That's a good point. Can I do the same?
Something happened. I don't know what the result was.
Yeah, Tick
Well-
is struggling to make out any long distance
Oh,
movement.
bollocks.
The wind is blowing up a little bit. Matthias, yeah, you go ahead and give me a roll.
Missed it by 1.
You did.
I better roll a 15. Oh no, 2.
No. Matthias nudges you and points just a few degrees off to the north. And there you see it, a disturbance upon the silt. Dust kicked up by what you think is something large moving through the dust.
Is it the giant holding the urukites?
It's a ship,
Oh.
specifically a silt skimmer of some kind. And it appears to be moving just generally in a, what that would be, northeasterly direction, heading slowly. And it's a mile or 2 away. Unless they're looking in your direction, it's unlikely they'll see you. But they are there nonetheless.
Is it dark at the moment?
Yeah, we are currently
yeah.
at night under some moons. Yes,
So we could create a fire, maybe?
you absolutely could. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's no risk of anybody seeing it because it's inside this tower of stone.
Well,
Do we have any fuel?
We have to figure
Do you mean
out
as a signal fire?
Yes, I was thinking as a signal fire to get the attention of the boat, but that was just me.
Oh.
But we can also do it inside the tower, not on top of the tower, and then we can keep ourselves warm and decide to go on it on our own. We can do that as well. I don't know.
Can I use my hunting and animal lore to dissect that serpent that was killed for food and
I was going to ask
Goodies.
if you could get the poison glands for me.
I'll
Yeah, if
point them
you
out.
gi-
You
if
get
you
them your
give
damn
me-
self.
If you give me 2 successful animal lore rolls, you can harvest a dose of poison from each.
Being proficient with silt serpent poison, am I able to harvest it?
Do you have
Okay,
animal lore?
I've rolled an 8 and a 2, so I've passed my checks.
Okay, nice.
I'm looking for food and stuff of that nature, but I'm going to use that to point out to Matthias where the poison is so he can play with it. I'll show him where the glands
Okay.
are and everything.
Yeah, if he doesn't have animal lore, he doesn't have the skill to get it out without ruining it. It requires a very deft hand and a very deep understanding of how the glands are attached via various sinews to the serpent's squishy parts.
Oh, okay.
For you to get-
Then I guess I will be getting it
Yeah.
for
Okay.
him.
Can you roll me 2 d20s, please?
You know what your next?
Oh, I
you
was
know-
going to say before I do it, I was going to put.
So what? You
Neutralize.
do what?
I was going to do a neutralized poison on myself preemptively,
That's fine. Yep, that's fine.
but I will roll.
So,
regardless.
with the protection of the neutralized poison, you are able to remove the 2 poison glands, handing them safely over to Matthias.
Thank you. I'll start juggling them.
And
So
with that,
you-
I'll take some of the meat over and start cooking it on that signal fire.
Drink them like shots.
Is the leather or anything special?
Well, when I use the animal lore, I'm skinning all that, so I'm getting leather and everything.
I'm not sure what
It can be used to
importance-
make. It can be used to make leather armor. It's not particularly
Okay.
high quality in and of its own. In and of
As
itself.
we're
And-
making this,
20. The ship has turned south and is heading in your direction.
as we milk.
I've
making
rolled this
the-
dice twice and it's been natural 20 both times. Sorry, Panda, go ahead.
Sorry, it's okay.
Articulating.
I was just gonna say, as we're making the signal fire, Rod just kind of sits down and just says, "What if they aren't friendly?
Then we kill them.
We take their ship.
How big is this ship?"
Well, in answer to that question,
Is it like a rowboat or the Titanic?
Oh.
Right?
so if you look on Roll20, you will see an image of an Athasian silt skimmer from the side. I have a second, more closer image of the boat itself.
Man's got
It's a bit
wheels.
nearer.
I like the guy at the
Yes.
top who just looks like he's
Yeah.
yelling.
Hey,
Yeah, there's a fire in a tower. Hold it on a rope.
Quick question about the
Athasian-
glands.
Alan.
Alan,
Steve!
Alan,
Steve!
Alan.
How many doses is each gland, Mark?
1.
Roger, Roger.
Athasian silt vessels primarily use wheels. There's normally some method to turn the wheels, either slaves or in some cases undead walking around inside them, or quite simply they allow the wind to push the vessel along and the wheels simply roll through the silt where it's not too deep. Where the silt becomes too deep, such vessels, however, are not particularly useful, and instead you would find something that has an obsidian engine of some kind that uses powerful sonics to float above the dust. But this one does indeed
Fancy.
appear to be and it does indeed appear to be moving by wind power, the wheels rolling, and as it turns in your direction and moves through the silt toward you, you can hear the low grind of the great wooden wheels against the silt itself and whatever bottom lies below. Judging from the height of the wheels, they're like 15 feet in radius, so that gives you an understanding of how deep the silt must be here, about 15 feet. So even Ra would not be able to stand on the bottom without being engulfed in the dust. As the silt skimmer moves closer towards you, you've got a few minutes before it draws near. It's not going particularly fast. Is there anything that you guys want to do in preparation, or what?
Try and get a bead on how many people are on board, what kind of armaments they have,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yes, good. Okay, so the ship itself is more or less the same as I've shown in the picture. You can see there's about half a dozen crew on deck. A couple appear to be either navigating or commanding, and then there's about 3 or 4 others running around just tending to the sail and managing the rudder. The ship itself is almost certainly able to carry far more. You estimate that in addition to the top deck that you can see, there are probably at least 2 or 3 more decks below level, and it is bristling. This picture is not entirely representative of it. I will actually have a much more accurate floor plan to show you when we get to that point. But it is bristling to port, starboard, and fore with powerful ballistas set upon the deck. And as it turns itself around to face you and passes through the streaming moonlight, you can see there's even an even bigger weapon that appears to be mounted in the middle of the ship on one of the lower decks. Some kind of immense ballista or a trebuchet, or who knows what it is, a ram of some kind. You don't know, but a hefty piece of armament.
Is there a lot of silt ship to silt ship combat in the Sea of Silt? Is that a thing that people do?
Matey pirates always be a problem on the Sea of Silt. Yes.
All right.
Olaf, mad dogs. Anyway, let's we don't need him.
So, Angus McMad. Anyway.
As for the rest of you, anything you want to do while Tick is scouting the approaching vessel?
I will throw some additional serpent meat around the fire for some cooking, and then hide in shadows in case they're not friendly.
Okay. Well, as I mentioned before, there's not really any shadows here, but you can simply stay within the wall or hide on the outside of the wall on the opposite side, something like that.
Well, I'll hide on the outside of the wall.
I'm just gonna keep my armor optimized and
And
armor
optimization,
in
yes.
my arms, like just in case.
Armor optimization.
Same. I'll stay up at the top of the wall and just stick around there.
Okay, cool.
Is this stone wall permanent? I ask
Yes.
Fortek. Okay.
The stone wall and the stone steps are permanent. I will take this moment to actually use another stone-shaped spell to create a rim so we can actually properly stand on the wall.
Stand
the top.
on, yeah, nice. Okay.
Oh, I love the idea of in the
Battlements.
future, like archaeologists being like, this would have once been a great, powerful tower of some king, and it's just like us being like, no, silkworms, no.
Can I get a look at them and see if they're like maybe pirates or like traders or?
Yeah. Okay. So you can see it in the picture there. That emblem on the ship as it's drawing nearer now, kicking up the dust. The quill and scroll is an emblem of do you think a Balakan trade house, or is it a Ramish one? House MK? You think? It looks like a trading vessel.
You say House MK?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't write this shit out. I just read it.
I'm just asking. Goodness.
Quarry.
I relay the information that they're traders and.
I have to come in on Sunday. Okay.
Okay. Can you roll me another observation check, actually? Please, Matthias, only.
Observation check. Oh, no. 19.
Okay. Okay, good. Ship draws closer, and you can see as it comes within about 20 or 30 yards of your little tower on your island, they pull the sail in and turn the rudder, and the wheels slowly grind to a halt. A voice calls to you. A voice calls to you from the deck. Greetings to the tower.
Good morning. I'm sitting there like on the edge, hanging my legs over.
A
On the
half
ship
giant
itself, you
head
can-
pops up.
The people on the ship appear to be there's 2 or 3 humans, you think, a couple of men. The ones tending the ropes and the sails actually look to be dwarves. You see 3 or 4 of them.
Thank you for visiting us in our humble home. I'll just smirk.
Your home.
No, temporary.
Any need of assistance? The crew of the Balamarash stands ready to offer some if you need it.
We're
Name's,
all right.
We're looking for passage, actually. It might be worthwhile that. You seem to be going northeast.
We are. Another individual appears at the man's side. He kind of leans his head in.
Can I hear what he's saying?
You got detect noise?
Yes.
Give me a roll.
Might not be very good, but
Let's see it.
I do have a re-roll though.
A D20 reroll.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, but that's a bit like edition specific. So fuck it. Roll me another one.
Okay. Detect noise.
Here in second edition, we don't. You can just roll any kind of dice. It doesn't really matter. Oh,
Oh my God.
Fate's shit in your mouth yet again. There is nothing about what the man is saying that you're able to pick up. You can see some frowning on his face and shaking of his head.
Rhubarb.
So yeah, exactly. The other individual holds his hand up. All right, Azram. We talk to them. My name is Captain Alvarius.
I am.
You say you want
Matthias.
passage?
We do.
Matthias.
Yes.
Where to?
It's kind of. Where's Portek? Call for Portek.
I'm standing next to you, invisible still.
Jesus. So, what's the place we need to go again?
We're going up the
Roughly.
chain. Huh? Arakakle, yeah.
No one can say it.
Akarakle.
Akarakle. That's it, Akarakle.
As they
remember.
talk, I'm just gonna wave my hand just friendly towards where I think the ship is.
Akarakli
Okay,
is where
well-
we head to.
Ra doesn't see it, but the Alvarius waves back.
But basically, we're looking to get up the chain of islands here.
The road of fire.
Yes. This is this apparated voice because I'm still invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Yeah, under the kind of moonlight, he's not entirely sure who's talking. How many of you's in there?
42.
How did you get here? Where'd this tower come from? Were you planning to just walk down the road of fire?
Yeah. Yes.
The man at his side just, and now completely audibly just says, "This is a terrible idea."
What is a terrible idea?
Can we offer you some siltworm meat?
Yeah.
They're stranded. Let me ask you a question. What are you looking for this Akarakle place for?
You know, sightseeing.
No. We are actually hoping to. Are you aware of the scourge which is going around among psionists? Among users of the way?
Yes.
We are on a mission to try and rectify that.
You know what's causing it, do you?
We have our ideas.
He looks to what must be his first mate.
And to answer your question,
Azram?
the tower we created, and we actually did come walk here.
We're friendly, I promise.
Still got doubts? Yes, Captain? Well, you said it all in one word there. Captain.
If he has any doubts, he can voice them to us and we can maybe waylay them.
The Captain, Alvarius, looks toward Azram. I'll bow to your superior judgment, Captain Alvarius, he says. I'll have some of the men prepare some quarters, shall I? See that you do. They're on an important mission, haven't you heard?
I'll give you a fair warning. Our mission is not necessarily unopposed, so we might bring danger on board to your ship. We're not foreseeing it, but it could happen.
Well, the Balamarash is a fast ship. Hopefully she'll be able to stay well ahead of any chance trouble.
Obviously, picking up on what he nearly said. Have I got any idea of what he might have said? And he nearly said the wrong ship.
You can make me another observation check. Hopefully not a awful one this time. Okay. No, you didn't catch whatever it was he corrected himself with, but the nameplate on the side of the ship, although Matthias, you're not able to exactly read what is written there, you can see that it looks fairly new. The planks of the vessel are old, silt-worn and weathered. The nameplate is not. At any rate, at Alvarius's command, the vessel begins moving once more, grinds as close to the shore as it can. That's as near as we can get, Alvarius says. Silt should be shallow enough to wade through. Well, maybe not for your halfling.
I can carry you across.
And Ra can help as well.
I say to Bingo.
And I can carry Tick Tick, who's carrying Bingo across. Come here.
That's just awkward.
Come here.
That's just awkward.
I pick him up.
I weigh 500 pounds.
Yeah, she picks you up.
It's nothing.
With one hand. The Balamarash drops ladders over the side, and unless anybody objects, you can wade your way through the shallow silt.
I'm just going to leap from the top of the tower and use my wings to glide down.
Yeah, I mean, when I finally get off the top, I assume that I'll just be on Ra's shoulders in my usual spot.
Mm-hmm. If anyone wants any, Ra will kind of offer any.
Yeah, give me a second, please. Ortek, before he leaves for the ship, and everybody's left the tower. He stands on the top and he actually closes the tower on the top, so the silt can't go into the tower.
Nice. Okay.
So from later on, maybe we have some place to go if we want to.
Yes.
And then
and no matter how deep this thing will, even if the rocky outcrop gets engulfed, the upper levels of the tower will almost certainly remain above the silt.
Tin will gather up all
of
the leather and materials from that silt serpent.
Yes.
And then proceed onto the ship.
And I try to make a mental picture of this place very carefully, so I can always return to it if necessary.
Good. Okay.
All right.
So through the silt you wade then, and clamber up the ropes, or in the case of Tick Tick, just leap like some terrifying airborne mantis.
Death bug. Hi.
They just fly swat him like. Get him.
Land upon the vessel. At Alvarius' command, the Balamarash turns, moves away from the island, and resumes its course north. So, Lord of Fire, Akarakli, I'm not familiar with the destination you're discussing. We're heading north to Charvas. There's an obsidian mine there that we're busy trading with them. I know a fella there, Tremble by name. He's a canny fella, knows these parts extremely well. If anyone will know the exact location of your Akarakli, he will. So it might be a little bit out of your way, but we're going to cut 5 days north straight to Charbas. And then from there, we can proceed as needed. Everyone in agreement with that?
Does he appear to be telling the truth? Is there any way for me to... What's the skill for that?
You have a power that can detect it, right? It's reversible or not?
Oh, yes. I cast Detect Lie, yeah.
Okay. With you, it's not so much a spell, but it's an ability that you have innate. The ability to read micro expressions and tiny changes in a person's voice and what have you. You allow your natural half-elven sensitivity to take over. But it's not retroactive, so you, if you want to try and get any more truth out of him, you need to prompt him to speak further.
So, where have you come from?
We've come up from Balik. Up the estuary of the Forked Tongue, pushing north. You sound like a Tyrian to me.
I'm all over the place. Here,
Yeah.
everywhere else, you know. So,
Well,
I see that the ship's name's been changed. What was it before? I like the name of the current one.
Balmirash. Yeah, we had to pick it up second hand, and just it's a matter of avoiding customs charges. Really, put a different name on it, and you know, it's a complete lie.
Yeah, I gathered that.
Sounds like pirates.
So,
It's a 5-finger discount.
where did you say you were taking us, Chav? What was it?
Charbas.
Charvas.
Yeah.
Do we definitely need to go there? Is that the reason?
We need to go there. We've sunk an awful lot of money into the obsidian trade, so yeah, we're going to be stopping by there. But look, from there, as soon as we find out the good locations for your Akarakle place, we'll head straight in that direction. What you're doing is very important. I'm fully aware of that.
Do you make obsidian weapons and things like that?
Is he being sarcastic?
No, all of that is completely true. Obsidian weapons. I'm a trader. That's a lie. But my associate Tremble, he's quite deep in the obsidian trade, and I'm sure he can sort you out. And that's true.
Hearing
Anyway,
the voices come
yes.
from a lower place, I sit down to try and make myself look less spooky.
How long have you been a trader?
Oh, too long. Why don't I get you settled in some cabins below deck? We're going to be on the silt for a few days. You might as well make yourselves comfortable. How's your water at?
We're a little low.
My quartermaster's below deck. Vara by name. She swears like an Urukite cavalryman, but she knows her job. So send one or two of you down there to talk to Vara, and she'll sort you out with some fresh food, fresh water.
And we compensate you for our travels.
He pauses for a moment, looks over, and you can see Azram, his first mate, is up on the rear deck, busy overseeing the ship. You already are. Come this way. Okay, so he takes you below decks and will give you a brief tour of the ship, which I have crudely sketched out a little map here for you. It's rather basic. I apologize, but this is
Bloody hell.
roughly the location of the layout of the ship.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stole it off Reddit. My apologies. So, okay, so I'm just going to ping a few things here. Where are we? Object tokens. Yes, good. So, all right, put your little people on there if you want. So this is the Ra's already dropped a token on. This is the upper deck here, and you can see all these number 2s show where the upper ballistas are. Yeah. Number 1 back here is the poop deck where the
Pooping
captain's
habits.
first mate are busy. Okay. Directly below that, this is a route down to the lower level. And it's just a kind of like an access corridor where there's a bit of storage. You can see the doorway right here. That's the same doorway as this. And then the stairs here, area 4, that lead down to the middle deck here. Okay. All along here are cabins. And these main cabins here belong to Ulvarius and his crew, which you note actually there's him, the first mate, and presumably the quartermaster, and a couple of others. You can see one of them is going around keeping an eye on some of the weapons, presumably the artillerist. And up on the main deck, there's another guy who appears to be helping the first mate carry out navigation. As I said, the actual hands on ropes, hands on sails crew are dwarves, 4 of them in total, dressed in simple sailor smocks. And this area labeled as number 8, these up here. These 4 bunks are where the dwarven crew stay. Okay, and this up here 9 is works as a sort of kitchen, and then down below here in 13, that's the quartermasters and stores and kind of cargo areas, and a sort of mess hall down the back here. Okay, for you guys, they're going to arrange some rough hammocks to be slung in area 10 at the bottom deck, where you can just at least have an area to yourself. The stairwell is right here.
What are those partitions there?
Okay, so those would appear to have been used for carrying mounts, you think. You can see where they look like little stables, and there's little food troughs here. You see them?
Ah, yes.
So there's no sign of any mounts at all. No Erdlu, no Crodlu, nothing. But you suspect this was probably used for carrying livestock.
Gotcha.
There's no sign of anywhere to store obsidian anywhere.
Does it look like? Does it look like there is any fresh dung or
None.
signs of recent occupation by livestock? Okay.
Nothing. No.
Out of curiosity.
Yep.
Sorry. When he said that we're already, like, almost like when we were asking if we need to pay
already
them,
compensated him.
that we've already.
Yes.
That's the word. Is there? Am I able to kind of pick up on potentially what that means in any way, like what we are doing that's compensated?
No, so far it's a little bit of a mystery.
Okay, Ra's kind of sus, but that's about it.
When we
Finally,
do get a moment, I would relay a lot of truths.
Yes, this thing here.
Mhm.
He briefly showed. Ulvarius briefly shows you it. It's a giant freaking harpoon of some kind. It's enormous.
Nice.
Huge. You've never seen anything like it before. This area on the top deck and this area on the underdeck, the doors are locked, and Ulvarius doesn't even attempt to open them and show you what's inside. That's why they're black on the map.
Gotcha.
Detect lie lasts for 12 rounds, however long that is.
Okay, so that's enough for you for it to good 10 minutes worth of walking down through the ship, him showing you where the various areas are.
When we pass the locked rooms, do I hear anything inside them, like while I'm, passing them by?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Do I smell anything?
Okay, you can give me an observation check, please.
Already got smell bullshit.
Yeah, it's probably bullshit here.
Tick, tick, you do not.
Mark, walking around the deck.
I have been
and the
rolling like
subsequent
absolute
levels.
bollocks today.
Can I get a rough count of how many active crew there are?
You guess that the 4 dwarves are fully active, and then Ulvarius, Azram, and whoever the navigator are the ones who are primarily busy. The artillerist is really going on his rounds, keeping an eye on the weapons, making sure they're not getting silt caked in the various joints and what have you. And presumably the quartermaster is on deck somewhere. It's quite a small crew, to be fair. A ship this size, you'd normally expect there to be a few more on board, but
Do the dwarves look like slaves?
they do not look like slaves. No, they're not manacled. You're seeing no signs of collaring or anything like that. They don't seem to have an overseer. They nod, and as you make your way kind of past them, one of them grunts a greeting to you in Dwarven Portek, assuming I can actually see you, or are you still invisible?
No, I dropped my visibility. I'm getting on the ship.
How many people are
you
active on the deck with the locked doors? How many people are active there?
You recognize Portek immediately, the Dopolis accent.
Okay.
Yes, Con, go ahead.
I respond in kind with the Ledopolis saying, just to show them that I actually originally hail from there too.
There's only one way to build a bridge, over and over and over and over again. Do you mean on the main deck, dwarf?
Yeah, I thought I heard something about locked doors on one of the subsequent either.
So you see the areas on the map that are black?
Well, you can't do. Okay. Yes.
Yes, those are the areas that I pointed out as locked doors. So there's a locked door on the main deck, a kind of like a little hut that sits on top. Here. This is the top. This is like on the main deck, and then on the underdeck at the stern.
That's the one I was asking about. Is how many people are about active?
There's nobody on this deck as you walk your way through it, except presumably the quartermaster who has told you was in area 9. But at any rate, he leads you down to the lower hold in area 10, where you can see one of the dwarves is just busy slinging up some rudimentary hammocks there. This will be the dwarf with whom you share some little Doppelin sayings. And Ulvara says, "Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to head back up to the main deck and get on with my very important captaining. Like I say, please feel free, one ears or 2 ears or however many as you like, to head on up to see our quartermaster, and she'll sort you out with what supplies you need for the next few days. Anything I can do for you, come find me. The ship is yours. Go where you need to go. Just keep your nose out of anything you think you shouldn't be sticking it into, and we'll have no problems. All right, welcome aboard the Balamarash. Glad that we can be helping each other out."
Sure.
When he shows us the big gun, I ask him what that's for.
That's for when we run into things that the little weapons won't deal with. Am I frozen?
No.
Okay.
Arnoud's
Arnoud's
just
now
went black.
taking it.
Tick tick stares ominously.
So he says that it's for getting dealing with creatures with the little weapons won't deal with. Hello, Arnoldes. Anyway, he gives you a sharp salute, turns and on his heel, and you can hear him heading back up the stairs and across the upper decks to his captain's station.
We're going to quickly see the quartermaster.
Yep.
And as we do so, I've never done this before, but I am going to activate another one of my half-elven things, detect poison.
How long does that last?
That's the spell.
I'll check it.
Okay.
I'll look it up for you.
How Who is going to see the quartermaster and who isn't?
I'm assuming we all are.
Me. And I was.
I don't need any water. I've got my own.
I need water. So.
I want to replenish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I just have a quick hands up of who's going, please?
I will be.
Vortek,
Yeah.
Matthias, and
I think I still have a lot of water on me.
okay.
Yeah,
so
we're saving
I won't be
everybody-
able to carry much anyway. I'm just going to replenish my personal supply.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, gotcha.
Ra's carrying mine. Never mind. I'm not going to the quartermaster.
I have
going
39
more.
gallons.
I'm going more to see if they're going to poison us like the last lot did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going just in case there's action.
Attack poison
Yes, could be good.
goes for 1 turn per 1 round per level. So for Portek, if he would cast it, that would be a little bit
20
over
minutes,
2
yeah.
turns. Yeah.
So 12 turns for me then.
Okay, good.
How
Okay.
long's a turn?
10 minutes.
Okay. And I'm assuming Detect Lie is still going.
You can double check that for me. The duration will be as per the spell.
12 rounds.
But okay. 12 rounds. Yeah, just still going. Okay, so Matthias, Portek, Bingle Bangle. You leave Ra and Tick Tick and Constantine in the lower hold, make your way up and down the center of the ship, straight down its spine, quite literally, toward the quartermaster. You can actually hear her as you approach. She's sort of singing not so much a silt shanty, but a sea shanty. It appears to be something along the lines of the Painted Savage and the Colorblind Wizard, and it's only getting to the rude bit by the time you arrive outside the door and either knock or simply enter unannounced. Deep, throaty, basso singing voice that's coming out of the room ahead of you. You guys just going in?
Yep, I'm not first.
Okay, you knock. It'll be ready when it's ready, I said. Fuck off.
I'll open the door. Sorry,
That's
what,
not very nice.
what will be ready?
Who the shitting can't fucker are you?
Bingo. Who the shitting cunt fucker are you?
Oh, don't tell me he's brought on more bloody passengers.
Yeah.
She's a broad-shouldered woman with biceps that look like she's stuck clams into her arm. Solid, great paw-like hands with which she's actually kind of kneading some kind of dough. You can see the ingredients of quite a nice meal laid out. She dusts her hands off and takes a swig from a very large bottle of what looks like broy.
My kind of woman.
So, what's he sent you to see me for?
Just to top up on water.
Right, okay. Like we've got plenty to spare.
So what you trading?
Fine.
He's been a trader. How long has he been a trader for? So seems like a nice gentleman, your captain.
She turns and for a moment just stares down at the tabletop. And it's almost like her eyes glaze over for a second. All right, fine. Water and provisions it is then. What was that about trading, you were saying?
We got any idea of what just happened to her? Maybe like a telepathic link.
Could be.
You alright? A bit dazed there.
Fine. Water's over there. Got some fresh fruit, dried meats, some pastries, some breads. Olvaria says to help yourselves.
Thank you.
Oh, good. She glares at all of you.
I was just asking how long he's been a trader for. Seems like a nice guy. The captain said he was a trader. How long have you been trading for?
Oh, years and years.
What are you trading?
And just as your spell, just as your awareness finally putters out, you can tell that this is indeed another lie. Everything else you said so far was true. She takes another huge swig from the broy. Just kind of a burp. It's clear she's really rather drunk. Turns back. Now, look. Starts chop, chop, chop. Stop interfering with me, please. Get what you come for. Chop, chop. I'm just going to move on. In her drunkenness, she appears to have accidentally just caught the edge of her hand. Go on. Enough.
Oh, you need
Get what you need and go.
You need a band-aid for that. And I go over and I grab her hand.
Grab hold of her hand. You're so fast with your superior dexterity, there's little that she can do to stop you.
Let me guess.
You turn the hand over. Down in the lower hold, Constantine. Rah. Tick, tick. You're settling in, waiting for your companions to return with food and water. All three of you hear it at around the same time. A voice singing. It's not the throaty basso tones of the quartermaster, however. And again, you have that sensation of trying to figure out where it's coming from. But having experienced this once already today, you realize that it is indeed coming from nowhere but within your own minds. It's beautiful. A high-pitched, wavering, lilting tone back and forward, up the registers and down again. You've never heard a voice, human, elven, dwarven, halfling, or otherwise, make sounds like this. Beautiful, almost heart-rending hymn. It seems to be, as I said, coming from within your minds.
Where's that coming from?
Are you singing?
No.
Guys, inside your heads again.
I have quite a nice voice then inside my head.
Who's singing?
Are we all experiencing this?
Just the three down below.
Is there something in? I look around the room we're in, if there's anything that might be making that noise.
No, you can see a small little store chamber off to number 11, a larger store area in 13. As I said, in 12 is what would be a mess hall with a whole crew to sit together down here.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing. There's nothing. And then the song dies away. And for a moment in your minds, there is silence. And then a single word that all of you hear. A whispered word. Amestine. Amestine. Bengal. You see it drip down her hand, across her palm, onto the floor. White blood.
Oh, no.
We're going to take a break and we'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll see you all shortly after that. Bagal. You see the drops of white blood. Vara snatches her hand away and grabs a dishcloth, wraps it around a slightly injured fist. Anyway, you've got your supplies now, she says. Just press on, please. At that precise moment, from the upper decks, there is the sound of a high-pitched bone horn. And you can hear running feet and voices raised in alarm. Out! She says, out! Out! That's the ship's alarm! Out! Back to your quarters! Do you?
Sure.
I replenish my water first.
Yep.
Yeah, same, yeah.
Matthias?
Yeah, same.
Bingle bangle?
I'm taking this and I pick up a pastry and stick it in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm replenishing my water and giving shifty eyes to the now Elan.
I empty the tray of pastries in my bag.
Okay. All of these, thank you.
All of
Grab
these.
one before he does.
Yeah, I swipe one. These are mine too.
Okay, cool. So yes, as you make your way then down the corridor, by the way, Bingle Bangle, you're the only one who saw that.
Oh, am I?
The
Yeah.
white blood. Yep.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
well,
he
yeah, I'll leave it for now.
he went over to
That's okay.
specifically
Secrets.
interact with.
Wah!
I'm gonna tell
Hey,
no one
never.
ever. As you make your way down the ship back toward the stairwell, yeah, you can hear the sound of running feet on deck, and you're sure you hear someone shouting. And you think it's the first mate. Is it? Is it? And maybe a voice that is coming from the crow's nest. So quiet is it? Think so. Think so. I can see it. And the captain's voice. Raise the sails, full sails. I want as fast speed as we can away from that damn thing.
Being on the level that myself, Constantine, and Tick are on, do we hear the horns going and everything like that?
You can hear a horn. You can hear what sounds like running feet, distant voices. But right down in the belly of the ship, what you do hear is the grinding of the wheels rise in pitch slightly as the vessel speeds up.
We go faster now.
The sailors fully unfurled, and the wind fills it.
Should we go upstairs and see what's going on?
I would like to take a look, yes.
I imagine we head up there, and as I walk, I optimize my armor.
Okay. As you're heading up the stairs, you actually bump into Matthias, Portek, and Bagal coming down in the other direction, arms laden with water and pastries and
Just
no healthy food whatsoever.
before, I'd want to let you guys know there's a psionist on board. It telepathically spoke to that chef.
Someone likewise sang into our heads.
Yes, they sang a really nice song. It was very pretty.
She's not. It was pretty.
That's
And
not a
they
good
said,
idea.
what was the word they said? What was the word?
Amistine.
Ama-
Amistine.
That's not at all what I
Amistine.
remember.
Amistine, amethyst,
Amistine. Yes.
amistine.
Steam. Okay.
Well, the food's not poisoned and the pastries are good.
You checked? I was going to check now. I didn't want to do it in front of her. You checked?
I'd cast it before I went in, yeah.
Okay, good.
I should have a pastry in my
poison.
mouth as I head towards the surface.
I didn't want to have a repeat that we had in our desert adventure.
So all of you are heading up onto the main deck, are you?
Yes.
Yes. One of my armor optimizations worked.
Okay, yeah, I saw. Okay, so your group emerges on deck to see the dwarves tending the sails, making sure they're at full length. The artillerist Drews, his name is, by the way, is going around. Is now at the ballista that's at the front of the ship, and both the captain and his first mate and the navigator are all on the poop deck. The captain is giving orders to the navigator, who's busy manning the rudder, while the first mate actually stands at the back of the poop deck, staring out to the rear of the ship, some consternation on his face. Oh, you're supposed to be below deck, my friends, Captain Alvarius says. Things are getting a little bit hairy up here. Come on, get back below before you get yourselves hurt.
I have a look at what he was staring at.
From this level on the ship, you can see nothing. The churning of the wheels kicks up a good solid carpet of dust around the ship, preventing you from seeing anything from this angle. You'd need to be up in the crow's nest, something that the first mate should actually know, but he's peering out through the dust nevertheless.
What have you seen? I just wanted to let you know we're able combatants. The alarm.
You heard it, did you?
It's a bit
The
hard.
first
not
mate
to.
spins in his wheel. The captain has asked you to get back below deck. What are you doing up
We
here?
can
You're
be of
clearly
use.
mad or cursed. So hold on. Combatants, you say? Well, I'll keep that in mind. We're being pursued by the Great Dreamer.
The Great Dream.
He looks at you all as if expecting a reaction.
Have I heard of it?
What's that?
No. Oh. Well, she's been hunting us since we left the Silt Estuary. They say she's the grandmother of all the Silt horrors. I'm certain it's her. Picked up our trail. I don't know why you're sounding so pleased with this, the first mate says. If it is the Great Dreamer, it'll kill us all.
What is that?
Well,
A large silt horror.
A large silk collar.
Biggest. The biggest. But the Balamarash has a fair bit of speed in her sails right now. If the elements are with us, we'll outstrip whatever's chasing us, even if it is the Great Dreamer. All right, matey?
How are your winds? Are they favorable enough?
We are at the mercy of the elements. They'll have to be favorable, won't they?
Vortek looks at Tin.
And he's looking at his spell list. Give him a second.
Okay, so yeah, we'll suspend the moment there while Constantine looks at the spell list. What I will say, however, that while you're in that particular moment, while Ulvarius is weighing over whether your combat abilities are of value to him, while Azram is striding up and down the rear of the ship looking out. Now you all hear it. The voice. A beautiful voice, like no tongue of human, elf, dwarf, halfling, or any other of the races of the Tablelands. It seems to come from a throat and lips and tongue so exquisitely talented that it can summon tears to your eyes by its merest breath. Aye, words of a song. For a few seconds only, and then the words die away, and there come two words you do understand. Magal Magal, they are in the halfling tongue of the Forest Ridge. Ra, they are in the giantish tongue. Matthias, it is an elven voice. Portek, a dwarven voice. Constantine, Urukite, and of course Tik-Tik, one of the cream. You each hear it in your most native mother tongue. Help me, it says. Dwarf, where are we at with spells?
Just really quick.
We're fucked. No. No.
I don't speak giant.
So it looks like I have a spell that can create a trying to find it because I have so many damn spells, but there's one that allows me to create about a
Gust of
about
wind.
300 yard.
Yep, gust of wind. That's the one. Yeah.
Oh, gust. Thank you. That's the one I'm looking for. I just have to find the damn thing. That actually gives me a starting point. Yeah, well, I'll be casting Gust of Wind. I'll step behind the sails.
Mm-hmm.
And there's really no point to, at this point, concealing his spell. So you'll just see just the wind start whipping around him as he directs his hand almost like probably Aang, and uses that to create a gust, massive gust of air, filling the sheets there and propelling us forward.
All right. The sails fill with a sound like a thunderclap. Out. Deep-bellied. Swelling as Tin directs the elements into the heart of the sail. And now the Balamarash truly picks up speed, the wheels spinning with great intensity, churning the silt to a miniature dust storm. And all of you momentarily have to stabilize yourself as the vessel powers ahead to the north. After a couple of minutes of this, Ulvarius calls up to the crow's nest.
He's not there anymore.
Hola! What do you see? Brolla, the dwarf who's in the crow's nest. You can see her put a crude spyglass to her eye. All clear. To stern, Captain. Ulvarius slams his hand against the railings of the deck. Constantine. The elements bless you and bless us with your presence. Thank you, my friend. You have given the Balamarash a few more hours of life until the great dreamer catches us all and kills us, eh? He looks
Why is it
towards
after you?
You know, I'm not sure. And of course, Matthias, there's no way to tell whether this is truth or lie. Now, if it please you, please return to the hold. I would be a terrible captain if I exposed you to any more danger. Yes, Lucan?
Yeah, right. I am gonna do what he says, not because he told me to, but because I want to talk to Portek.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
Yeah, follow.
Out of
Well,
curiosity,
yeah, I make it. I sort of, signal to Portek, a bit of a. Yeah.
Portek
What
picks
was
up
that
on it and I've got some water for
Ra,
you.
what was that?
so I don't speak giant, but do I still understand what the creature was
Yes,
saying?
sorry.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I also.
You guys will make your way back down
Yeah.
to the central hold. Yeah, good.
And once I believe we're out of earshot, I'm just like, did anyone else hear that thing say "help me"?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we should spend a little time.
There is a
checking
trapped
the
crane
ship.
on this ship.
What?
There is trapped crane on the ship.
No, Tick. I think that we all heard the same thing in our mother tongue, I believe. Doesn't mean that there's real bugs.
Well, wait.
Okay.
What?
Did you smell its pheromones or something?
No, I heard in crane.
Yeah, not
I-
real.
I-
No
I heard-
bug.
I heard it in Dwarven.
I heard it in Halfling.
Elvish.
Yeah, I heard it speak like people.
Me too.
Oh.
I think
He
our,
spoke
our, our,
lie.
our mirror party is trapped somewhere on the ship.
There is 2 or 3 rooms here on this vessel that we haven't checked. Or he hasn't shown us on purpose.
Yes.
Also, he was lying about being a trader. And many other things.
I have a feeling that they've been lying since we got on.
Agreed.
Isn't
No.
it good that they're not a traitor?
Well, who knows?
Trade.
Trader.
Oh, trader.
Yes.
So,
Who knows? They could be working for the alarm themselves.
should we maybe take a look around? I can use some of the supplies that I brought on from that serpent and kind of put it under a sheet or something. People say maybe 1 or 2 of us are resting.
Maybe Portek uses invisibility. And we take a look inside the rooms.
I think I need
Well,
to
if you use invisibility, doors still open.
Well, I could go ahead of Portek and just fumble around and open the door, and they're not going to blame me. I can't see.
What time is it anyway? Is it time to actually spend the night? I'm actually quite tired.
Yeah, same.
it is
I could totally fall asleep right now.
It's currently about 2 a.m. Both moons are almost full and high overhead.
Oh man, it's past Bengal's bedtime.
Well,
I could just say I was looking for the restroom.
Sure. I need to sleep, guys. I need to replenish my spells. I've been casting spells left, right, and center.
Okay.
I am not prepared to get ourselves into trouble.
Should we keep watches, or should we just all
Maybe
sleep?
one of us should take turns with Tick Tick.
Yeah, I think that's a smart idea.
I watch over you sleep.
I feel pretty good, so I can take some shifts.
I'll be next.
No, I was going to give you some water rations. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk off with.
Do you want to do it over on this side of the room? Yeah. Well, we're gonna go over here to exchange some water, guys. Don't worry about it.
While you guys are discussing shifts, Tin's gonna do what he said and make it look like a body is sleeping over to the side. And then, because I haven't cast my second change of the day, I'm gonna turn into a very tiny spider.
Okay, nice.
I stumble backwards and step on him. I'm kidding.
Spiders!
You're like
I
tiny
say,
little cream.
move, bitch! No.
For 46,
Tiny
drop
cream.
lowest sign as you.
That's so cute. Tiny brother.
Okay, yeah, Bingo Bango and Portek.
Yeah. So, thanks for all this great water, man. So hypothetically, let's say that there was an Elan on board. Hypothetically, not that there is, but if there was, how would you? What do you want to do about it? Is my question. You seem to know your stuff when it comes to these guys, at least.
Well, firstly, I would like to make sure that all my my mates are aware of this.
Yeah. I didn't want anyone to freak out, though, which is perhaps
Inevitably they will. Maybe you need to bring that kind of news, break that gently to Ra.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting. It's not the captain, right?
No, it was that very drunk woman downstairs.
Okay, we need to figure out whether the captain and the first mate are ones.
We definitely do. So I assume, well, this is why I wanted to ask. I didn't want to go all guns blazing out of nowhere.
I would, if I were you, I would talk to everybody else, and we have a powwow about it. I think we shouldn't not let on that we know, but do they know that we know or not?
She might have seen me see her, but I didn't react.
Okay. So, if they know who we are, then she might realize that she's been found out. If they don't know who we are, she might think that you might not have picked up on it.
Yeah. I guess that remains to be seen then.
Yeah. They were very happy to bring us on board. That was clear.
Yeah, I just wonder for what reason, though, because
I was wondering the same thing.
If Matthias says that they've been lying this whole time, then obviously we can't trust it.
No. This voice we're hearing, it clearly is seeking our help, or seeking us to help. Maybe it needs help, maybe it doesn't need help, but just seeking us to help in whatever it's trying to achieve. I'm not sure. At the moment, I'm a little bit at a loss.
I am too, but I usually am, though, so it's fine.
That's not how you come across to me.
Well,
You got your act together normally.
Sometimes. Thank you.
I think a talk with the rest is in order here.
Yeah, I'll go do that. You sleep now.
I need to sleep. Yeah.
All right, and then obviously make my way back. Good water. Good water you got there. Very nice. I like this beverage. Good. Hey guys, everyone. You should probably know there's an Elan on board. Just keep it real hush hush. There might be several. we're just gonna, I think, play it on the down low for now, because I do not believe that they are aware that we know.
How do you know?
I saw the woman downstairs that we went to see. She's an alarm. She cut her hand.
Well, then wouldn't she know that you know?
Yeah, but maybe she doesn't know that she knows that I know. Do you get what I'm saying?
Also,
No, but I
there is
trust
a
you.
Kreen on board.
No, darling. There isn't.
I am
The closest
so,
thing
I
you're
am-
gonna
I am
see is
so
this
happy
spider
Portugal is
that's
asleep.
come out of nowhere.
You've probably noticed at this point that Matthias is not there.
And Tin, I'm just like, Tin, Matthias, what do you think? And I just stare at nothingness.
Yes, but
They-
I will
Constantine
climb
is-
up one Ra.
Oh, there's a bug
Slap.
on you!
Don't know if you've
Constantine,
seen the
you have seen
One Punch
transform
Man.
into a
Yeah.
transform into a spider, much like you did in Destiny's Kingdom. But yes, as for Matthias, he's vanished completely from sight.
That's probably okay though, right? 'Cause
I-
he does that sometimes. It's fun.
Okay, Matthias, quickly, what do you do?
I back up to the door that we haven't been inside yet. I'm assuming it's the
Oh,
one
you're going up to
on the
to
underdeck.
the yes, to on the middle deck.
Yeah. Is this where
You creep up the stairs, through the shadowed halls until the door is in front of you. It's right at the top of the stairs. You can feel an awareness pulling you. Married to your own desires to investigate, it has drawn upon those. And now, even were you to try and stop yourself, you're not even sure you could.
Has it got a keyhole?
It does. It has what appears to be a fairly complex lock. One of those interlocking wooden and bone affairs. I mean, you could just smash the damn thing, but to pick it would require some skill. And would, of course, be silent, whereas smashing it wouldn't.
I'll try and have a listen at it first. See if I can hear breathing or any sort of like
You place your ear against the door, and then it comes again. Help me.
I attempt to pick the lock.
Roll.
Da-da-da. I
Is it
have
minus 20 because it's a complex lock. Sorry, minus 25 because it's a complex lock.
Oh God. I do have metal picks, steel picks. Does that do anything?
They give you a +5.
Oh, I thought that.
The lock, at least for now, defeats you. But a voice in your head says, "Again."
I will try again.
With a soft snick, the door swings open, revealing darkness within. And then your elven eyes adjust to the gloom, and you see there's a small pedestal, just of simple stone, and atop it, not resting, but hovering in the air, is an obsidian orb the size of your head.
Oh,
Down below in the hold, Ra, with the spider on your back, neck, shoulder. Were you saying that you were going to go? Did I read that correctly?
No.
Wondering about the-
No. That was just that was just an idea that I.
Yes, out of character chat bullshit. That's fine.
My plan was to say that I'm not permanently blind, I'm newly blind. And then I just accidentally walk too close to the captain. My blade touches them, and then you guys tell me if it comes out white. Like, and I'm just like, oh, sorry. Accidents happen.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Tin is currently a spider, no?
Yeah, but I don't think he told us any. So
man's got
No, I did. I transformed right in front of everybody. There,
yeah, but you see, I don't see anything.
But they have.
Why don't you just? Okay, Tin. Here's my suggestion for you as a spider. Why don't you meander your way? I don't know how spiders move. Meander, I think, right? Make your way to the captain and give him one of them little wee teeths that you have, you know, and see if it's white. And you can just hop away again.
Sneaks into
Two of the spider's legs go like this.
I'm thinking he sneaks into one of the locked rooms, and then we can find Tick Tick's friend.
Yes.
I mean, was my plan really that bad?
All of my eyes are just blinking like.
It's not that bad, guys, right? Guys?
I mean, I think it's good.
Yeah, but thank you, Ra. Finally.
I think it's a great plan.
Thank you.
But I've never been bitten by a spider, and I don't think there's been blood when I've been bitten by a spider.
Okay, well, I mean, changing to...
Tin, bite me really quick and see if blood comes out.
Oh, that's good. Do that, yeah. Then we can find out if my plan is really that good.
And I just sit and wait.
So do I. Come on. Just whenever you're ready.
The spider just looks at Tick Tick like, please be the voice of reason here.
There is a Kreen somewhere on board.
We must save him.
I don't know how to feel right now. I'm going to bite her despite the fact that I have poison. Let's have a fun time here.
You could choose not to do the poison.
It's not a choice.
Don't do poison.
It's not a choice.
We could neuter you, like get you spayed, and then we can. Then we'll do it.
100% a choice.
Yeah. That's how it works, right? You spay spiders, and then they're not poisonous anymore, right?
I'm pretty sure this isn't how this works.
I think you're thinking of snakes when they remove the venom.
Oh, true. Turn into a snake and then do it.
Am I sensing any pheromones in the air?
Yes.
No.
I'm pissed.
You are not actually. There's no scent of any Kreen anywhere on board.
Have you done it yet? Is it done?
This is very puzzling.
Did he do it?
No, not yet. He's just standing there.
Roll against dark spider venom.
You'll let me know when it's time for me to wake up again, right, Mark?
In the meantime, all the idiots are standing around.
Are you using your empathy on them?
Such bad nightmares at the moment.
Afraid those are all real.
You see yourself stranded on a sunken ship in the Sea of Silt in your dreams.
You're surrounded by idiots.
Tin, are you actually doing anything?
I'm waiting.
I'm basically like I will with one of my little arms be tracing back and forth like no, like
okay, spoil sport.
Oh, that didn't hurt at all.
And he will show Bengal and Tick Tick, like he will expose his fangs, or you'd see a little bit of poison kind of at the edge of one of them.
Oh, I see. You've got juice. Never mind.
And the spider just goes like this.
Wow. Didn't realize spiders had necks, but cool.
You see those spider mating dances where they're just like really like jamming out, like
yeah,
like it's like that.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Spider's
can you make a web? Can you do something cool? Make a web in the shape of, I don't know, in the shape of Tick Tick. Do it. Go.
Meanwhile, on the
kind of sits on the shoulder.
I think the camera's going to slide slowly away.
It's like very moving away.
Matthias, you stand right before this floating obsidian orb. And now the voice is strong and clear. With the door open, there's nothing between you and it. Matthias, the voice says in pure, unaccented Elven. Thank you. You have found me. I was Lodara, an Uglari princess of Taralon. My city, my people, long gone, crushed beneath the boots of the doom. It took us all. I alone remain. Please, Matthias, free me, that my spirit might rejoin my people. You must break the orb.
I pull out my star metal dagger.
What the hell do you think you're doing with that? The voice comes from the hallway behind you. Over your shoulder, you see the first mate, Azram, standing there. He has a steel short sword drawn, leveled at you. Step away, now.
What is it?
I think that's no concern of yours. Do I have to ask you a second time?
I try to disarm him.
Okay, roll initiative, please.
Five.
Okay, good. Yes, 5. You are fast. As soon as you move toward him, he just simply lets the blade go, and then you feel your entire body plucked up off the ground as his brow furrows in concentration, bringing the way to bear upon you. Telekinetic bands of force surround you, holding you 2 feet off the deck. I see. It's going to be like this, is it?
It wants me to free it.
And I wanted you to stay away so that I wouldn't have to do this. You can feel a burgeoning well of psionic energy building up within him. And you realize that your own megasonic defenses have long since been depleted. Something has been chipping away at them, bit by bit. Perhaps masquerading as a voice or a song.
Can I do anything?
Sorry, he says. Physically, you're
Mentally.
off the ground. What do you want to do?
I want to teleport him 5 foot to the right or whatever.
Yep. Okay, go for it. Let's see it.
Outside the ship.
That's a little bit more than 5 foot, more like 15, but all right, that's well within your ability. So let's see it happen.
Right, what button is it? Oh.
Oh!
Or the natural. What was that? A natural. Why is it showing green?
Don't you have an inspiration die?
It's showing green because the system thinks you need to roll low, but you don't.
Yeah,
If you have an inspiration, then
Yeah.
Do you have a D20?
No, I used it earlier.
No, you used it. That's right. Okay, so no, you completely fail to focus your will. The first mate actually looks a little bit surprised. A noble effort, he says. My turn. And at that moment, there is a thunderous crash against the hull of the ship. The whole vessel lurches briefly sideways. You hear cutlery and crockery smashing to the ground in the hold, in the mess hall. Down below, you're all briefly off your feet. There is a shout and yelled in the hall, briefly, and then and a scream as clearly someone falls from the crow's nest to smash upon the deck below. Shouts and yells, and the unmistakable voice of Lawful. All hands on deck! All hands on deck! She's found us!
Oh my god, it's Moby Dick.
Rolls are probably in order.
I panic and put my hands on the floor.
Okay.
They're on deck. I don't know. I'm scared.
Does this wake me?
Don't squish me.
And if not, we can wake you with vigorous shaking. Get up! Get up! She's found us!
The spider bites him to wake him up.
Okay. Anish, please, from Bingle Bangle.
Bitch, I got a 9.
Portek.
Oh wait, I need to roll.
That might help, yeah.
Oh, does.
Matthias. I'll come back to the other two.
Yeah, sorry, I was restarting the music.
Okay. Ra, do you have an initiative for me?
I'm on a 2.
10.
A 10 from Ra. I have
12.
a 2 there from Portek. A 12 from Matthias. Tick, tick.
3.
A 3.
Sorry, no.
And,
a 3. I'm
Tim.
a 3. Sorry, Mark.
It's a 9. Sorry, I rolled twice because roll 20 froze. It was a good time.
Portek 3. Good. Okay, right, so actually that's the crew of the ship going first on a 2. Oops, that's cocked. The first mate unleashes a blast of psychic energy straight towards you, and Azram deals you 6, 10, 16, 17 points of damage as your psychically naked mind is flayed by his superior intellect. And that leaves you on 60.
Apparently, Sonics have a clipped British accent.
They do. It's mandatory, you know. It won't work otherwise. On the upper deck, you can hear footsteps running in all directions, but down below, Portek and Tick-Tick on 3.
I get to an upper deck, so climb the stairs,
okay,
I guess.
So your move action is sufficient to get you onto the upper deck. It's just up the stairs and along the hallway a little bit. You can come racing out onto the deck, indeed, to see that there is a monstrous mottled bulk rising out of the silt. It is bigger than the ship, longer than the ship by perhaps 10 to 15%, a huge swathe of pebbly mottled hide, and opening all along. All these eyes staring at you, 15 or more of them in a row. And then from the silt on either side of the ship, great tentacles, the girth of them like trees, 2 of them, one around the front and one around the back of the Balamarash, holding it in place. The boards of the ship creak under the pressure as the great dreamer holds tight to its prey. You've used your move, you have action.
I just want to get a stock of what people are doing. Are they attacking this thing? Are they?
Right. So one of the dwarves is lying dead on the deck of the ship, having fallen from the crow's nest.
Mm-hmm.
Ulvarius is at the rear of the ship, and you can see openly he has summoned psionic powers, and you can see a shimmering of energy around himself as he activates some kind of defensive skill. The navigator to his side has his hands on the deck of the ship and has his eyes closed and is pouring some kind of psychokinetic energy into the boards. You can see waves of psychic power rushing out from him. The other dwarves have abandoned the sails, and under the command of the artillerist Druze have rushed to the ballistas and are trying to bring them to bear on the Great Dreamer.
Okay. Just it occurred to me, to get up there, I must have run past the door where that guy is attacking Matthias.
Okay, so as you go racing past that, you do not notice anything unusual around there.
Oh, okay. Well, fine.
You don't see the first mate. The door is shut. That's what you think anyway.
I turn to look at the whoever the captain.
Valarius, yeah.
Yeah, and I say, "What we do?"
Kill the bloody thing! That's what you're here for, you said, you have good combatants. Well, put the truth to your words, Crean.
Okay, I throw a Zerka at the thing.
Oh, yeah. Go on. It's
20.
armor class 15.
Hits armor class 20.
Nice.
And
it's large.
It's large, so it does D10.
And you're firing at the bulk of its body, yeah?
Yeah, just the bulk.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's a 16 damage.
Okay.
And
nice. Do you have the line attached?
I do, yes.
Okay, so the Zerka through the air embeds itself into the bulk of the Great Dreamer, and you are attached to the other end of it by the rope.
Can I tie the rope to something, like a spoke or something?
Yep. You rush over to a flange stand or a cap load or some other nautical term that I've made up, and you lash the end of the rope around it, holding it fast. Good. Okay, yes. Well, while Tic-Tic is doing that, Portek, what are you doing?
What's going on, guys? Is anybody still around me?
Yes, so far, because of the way the initiative has happened, only Tic-Tic has rushed off. But actually, all you see is Ra, actually. Oh, and Bingle Bangle.
I'm here too.
There's no sign of it. There's no sign of anyone else. Just Min-Max are there.
I'm just standing there watching things happen at the moment, just waiting for number 9.
What's going on?
There was a loud noise, and I think the thing found us.
Yeah.
Where
around you, the entire hull of the ship creaks once more, and you hear one of the boards snap, and silt starts hissing into the hold.
Ah, shit.
We are in trouble.
Kin's a spider, and Matthias is missing.
That too.
Portek, what's it going to be?
Okay. I look around. Do I see Matthias' belongings here?
Nope.
Nothing. Okay. Shit. Okay, let's get onto the deck. We're gonna die otherwise inside here. Let's go run. And Portek makes a run for the deck.
Okay. Faster than the average dwarf, you leap out of your bunk and go racing up the stairs.
Do I see them?
Just a minute, please. Just a minute. One moment. Can you make me a saving throw against spells, please, Portek?
Oh, if only you had intelligence 19.
Yeah, well, I used to have 20, but there you go.
Oh.
Such is life. I'm gonna just roll only 20. Sorry, can't find it.
That's right. That's right. So I've got the numbers here.
Here we go. 16.
Nice. Okay, as you go racing up out of the hold, past the supposedly sealed door at the rear of the ship, your keen senses briefly pick something up unusual there, an odd shimmering in the air. Anyway, you can investigate that, of course, or you can continue right up to the deck, as you said.
Anything unusual I will pick up on. I'll try and penetrate what I'm seeing. Try and make sense of it.
Penetrate as in physically or mentally? What do you mean?
Mentally.
Yeah, okay. There's something about it. You're fairly sure there's an illusion in effect there.
Ah. Okay. I wade into it.
Okay, you wade through the whole world, briefly goes blurry, and then you emerge through the other side to see that the door is open. There is a chamber beyond with a pedestal above which hovers an obsidian sphere the size of a man's head. Hanging in the air above that is Matthias, bleeding from his nose and ears. And standing in front of Matthias, brow furrowed with pants shitting intensity, is the first mate of the ship.
Of course, he's got his back to me then, doesn't he?
He does indeed have his back to you.
I slit his throat.
Yes.
You can make an attack from behind. You don't have the assassination ability, so just make me a normal roll with a +2 to hit because you're coming from behind.
I'll just roll 120. Yep. Here we go. Yep.
Oh.
Nice. Okay. And this is with which weapon?
With the spear. It's no, with his sword. His sword. I said he was going to cut his throat. He'll use the sword.
Okay, and that's a short sword or long sword?
That's a short sword.
Short sword. Okay, so we'll do that max damage because it's a nice attack from behind. You step up behind him and kind of gash it across his neck. He perhaps hears a creak on the board at the last minute, tries to turn, it avoids severing any arteries, but you can see actually bites deep into his neck all the same. And there is a fountain of white blood. Sprays out and splatters against the wall. He turns around and seeing you. And that moment, Matthias, blam! You hit the deck as the telekinetic energy upon you is momentarily disrupted.
Ooh.
Okay, Bagal, and Constantine.
Oh my
Bingo,
god.
go.
Yeah. So can I, if I'm not already on deck where the monster is, I'm going there.
You can use your movement up the deck. One moment, please, just as I want to check something. Yeah, okay. Make me a saving throw against spells, please.
Why?
Because I am your father and I order it.
While you're doing that, Blinking Poop has successfully redeemed a D20.
Yay.
Good stuff.
And that
Thank you.
goes to.
As long as it goes
Oh
to
my
me.
god! Look at all the rolls. That goes to Portek.
No,
one's over a 7.
No, I can't have one. I already have
Oh,
one.
you've already got one. It will then go to Tick Tick or Constantine.
I already have one.
Reroll.
I already have one.
It then goes to Matthias.
Yes, he needs one.
With a round of 3.
You need it.
Thank you very much.
Oh my god.
Standing. Good,
Three,
good.
a 5, 2 5s, and a 7. My god.
That's really bad. What are they rolling?
That's the
D10?
Thanks, Blink Fing.
Okay.
Say that 3 times fast.
As you go racing up the deck, you indeed notice something weird and blurry.
Weird.
Where the closed door. You skid onto
Hey,
the
that's
deck.
really
and-
weird. All right.
Yeah.
You
Back
skid
to it.
onto the deck. Yep. To see indeed the great bulk of the largest silt horror you have ever seen rolling alongside the ship. And now a third tentacle, huge and girthy, emerges from the dust and wraps itself around the ship's mast and begins to pull the vessel slowly but inexorably to one side. Okay? Everyone's
a
going to
big
start
boy.
taking forced movement toward the walls. After you've used your movement to get on deck, Bingle Bangle, you have action, of course. What do
Yeah.
you do with it?
Am I near the mast?
Sure.
Yay! All right. So as it's sort of curling its way up, I'm gonna find a bit near the base, I suppose, good girthy bit of the tentacle, and I'm gonna give it the old murder hobo stabbing,
All right, go.
because we can't afford to lose that.
Oh, stabby.
It'll stab. 1, 2, 3. 1. All hits. One of them's an at 20.
Let me just check here. What do we got here? 30, 40. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, the thing's armor class 20. Its bulk is armor class 25, but the tentacles are only 20. So those are all
Okay.
hits.
Okay. One of them's max damage.
You said the armor class was 15 on the bulk.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, when I tried to shoot, when I threw my Zerka at it, at least.
I misread, but I'm sure you hit it anyway.
Wow.
Okay. I guess I'll shut up now.
I'm kind of generous DM.
Yes.
Okay, we've got damage here. One.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, right. So yeah, you just kind of brace yourself against the base of the mast and flail with violent precision at the tentacle until indeed the lower end of it bursts, showering you and the deck with slick horror fluid. The base of the tentacle kind of goes back into the silt, and the part of it that's wrapped around the mast just kind of falls.
Oh my God.
A huge mass of drapey sinew hanging off the side of the
This
ship.
is like a boss in The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Just putting it out there. It's very satisfying.
Yes, halfling go! Captain
Yeah!
Marius shouts from behind
Min.
the poop deck. At the same time as this is happening, Tin, what are you doing?
I am currently on Ra's shoulder, so I'm waiting. I am waiting
waiting
until
for
after
Ra.
she goes.
Okay, Ra, you're next.
I mean, I will charge upstairs.
Yep.
In an attempt to help and save my friends.
You go thundering up the stairs, completely oblivious to any illusory activity, and emerge on deck moments later to see, severed tentacles. There's even now more rising out of the silt.
I just begin to slash out towards one of the tentacles that I can
Actually, you don't see any of that. My mistake.
hear that is grabbing
You
on the ship.
interpret.
Yeah.
You hear a lot of rubberiness.
Yeah. Bengal's probably just like, aim that way and you'll hit something.
Spring.
The lowest is a 25 to hit.
Okay, nice.
Is this a large creature?
Very much so.
No.
Yes.
Very, very.
Alright, so boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oops, ignore that. The 18 one. Ignore that.
Oh,
So that
Bloody hell.
is 26, 23, 25, 23, and then it will be, so it will actually be 3, 2, 1, so it'll be 6, and so it'll be 9 additional damage from that, from the rock as well that I sharpened
nice.
my weapon
Okay,
with.
good. Well, with that incredible display of hackery, that's enough for you to sever both of the tentacles wrapped around the ship itself. With Bingle Bangle directing you, you step forward, hew clear through on 2 solid blows, spin on your heel, and you can actually hear Bingle Bangle counting it out. 1 stride, 2 strides, 3 strides up the ship to the second tentacle. Whack, whack, whack. And then for a brief moment, the Balor Mirage is free.
Tin, are you still a spider?
I was going to say that while she was hacking at the tentacles, is there any way that I can bite it before she severs them from the ship? As my, which you guys finally find out, I'm actually a silt spider. So
yes.
So I would like to try to make a bite onto the.
Finally. Tin, it is your time. Go
We'll
forth, my
We'll
eight-legged
see.
friend.
I don't know what my
Nibble
I don't know
to
what my
death,
bonus
nibble.
to my bite is though, so I'll be rolling a d20.
It's basically your with you it's going to be plus 9.
+9. I can live with that.
11's all
There it
right.
is.
We'll do it.
D20 +9. That's not enough.
Ooh. You leap on one of the tendrils, fail to pierce its rubbery hide, and then a second
You have a
later,
reroll.
Oh yeah. I'm using my reroll on this. I want to fuck this guy up. Hopefully.
very good. So,
Let's see. Please be better than the last one. Oh, a 20.
oh yes!
I need to. So he needs to make a. There's no damage, but he needs to make a save versus poison at a +2.
Okay. For a thing this size, that is a pass.
Oh, never mind.
Any
then.
damage?
Damn.
Any damage on a pass?
No. If he had failed, then it would have what's it called? Paralyzed him for multiple rounds.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, that was
no,
what I was
his
going for.
saving-
Yeah.
His saving throw is actually a 4. So, for poison.
Bloody hell.
Oh, is that with the +2?
No, that he needs to get a 4 or higher. So.
A 4 high. Well, let's roll them dice. Let's see.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Matthias and the Silt Horror, but let's go with Matthias first.
With the dagger in my hand, my other hand wipes away the blood on my nose, and I'm just going to charge him. And as I charge him, I pull something from the pouch, and I stick it in his mouth and try to stab him twice.
Okay. What have you shoved in his mouth, dare I ask?
Silt serpent gland.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, I will roll a saving throw first.
And silt serpent poison. I don't get any bonuses.
Okay. He clamps his lips and manages to bat the poison gland away before he can get it down through his
He's got to
jaws
try again
with a natural 20. And this is for what?
Well,
this is the stabbing.
The one gland does 2 small weapons, so I get 2 attacks. So I did it for flavour. So basically, I'm gonna.
Okay. Yep.
I did it twice.
He manages that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, 20 and a 16.
Let me do 2 hits first.
He's on class 15 only.
One's a crit and the other one's a hit.
Okay. Let me get the saving throws here. First hit. Save. Second hit. That's yes, he's not 21st level. That's a fail.
A fail, is it?
Yeah.
So my damage is 4. I rolled a 2. Trying to think what my maximum is. I think it's. What did I roll there? Can you tell?
Yeah, you rolled. It looks like a 2.
Right, so it's 18 damage plus. Sorry, bear with. Silt serpent. 18, so that's 58 damage.
Asram gargles, coughs once, twice, slumps to his knees. There's a huge bubble of white fluid.
And I'm gonna hold
and
his
he
hair
falls
back,
face down.
and then as I pull my blade to his neck, we're gonna kill you all, and I just slit his throat.
Blam! It is the last thing he hears before death takes him. White fluid pools around his head.
So
Up
I said
on
to
the
the
deck,
porter,
you...
there's a land on the ship. I don't know if you've noticed.
Actually,
It's like white blood painting the walls.
Everywhere.
Looks like a Jackson Pollock painting.
Bengal already informed us that you were gone.
I felt a compulsion to come here.
Why? Is that got anything to do with that thing there? That
Yes.
looks like bad news. The thing that's floating, that's not good.
I explained to Portek quickly what it said it is. The princess of whatever it is.
Yeah, he tells you that it claims to be that its name was Lodara, an Uglari princess of Taralon.
Okay. Does that
Portek,
bring
with your
yeah, exactly.
yes, with your knowledge of the ancient days, and it said all its people were crushed beneath the heels of the Doom. Taralon was a city that was in the Sunrise Sea, now in the Sea of Silt. As for the Uglari, you need to make me a roll for that one while I roll damage against Bingle Bangle, who on the deck has been grabbed by a pair of tentacles.
What?
Which,
Since when?
since you cut one in half with the little sticks. One grabs you around your lower legs and lifts you up, and you're dangling up above the silt right as another one comes up and snares you around your chest, and the two tentacles start pulling you in either direction.
No.
Yeah, and you take 3, 6, 10, 12, 22, 32 damage from the crushing impact of the monstrous tentacles, which leaves you on 45 hit points.
Is fine.
Something tells me that's not the sound you're making.
Is not fine.
And armor class 30 and armor class 26 on Ra. Let me check. Yes, Ra likewise is snared by another two, incensed at her destruction of three of its previous tentacles. The Great Dreamer grabs both Min and Max and drags them out over the silt. And
Seen
Ra,
this
you
hentai before.
3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 28 damage, which leaves you on a rather worrying total of 121 hit points.
That's not going to be what kills you.
Let's have an ish, please.
It's the stuff below you.
Am I restrained currently?
You are, yes. It'll be CMB checks to get loose.
Right, so I shouldn't then roll my initiative with my Heartbreaker, correct?
No, just roll your bear initiative.
Okay.
God, my initiative sucks so bad. I have literally rolled just a string of absolute shite.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever rolled a good initiative, honestly.
Is bear initiative just 1d10, right?
Yeah, just D10.
Oh, right.
Okay,
Well, I'll do that then. Hold on.
Bingley
Oh, that's
Bangley.
better. I got a 3.
Hey, I got a 2.
Ra.
Yay!
Okay, a 2 for Ra. Portek.
I got a 1.
Okay,
Oh.
Tick Tick.
17.
So you're going next.
Titus.
How? How even?
He's
I'm so
attacking next
confused.
session.
Yeah. Tick's
Lee, what'd you
just
get?
he's just decided
7.
to stare at the
See you
tentacle
next
monster.
year, buddy.
Yeah, seriously.
And Tintin.
1.
All right. Tin and Portek, go.
Go ahead,
ahead.
Portek.
No, Tin, go first.
Wait, if I transform back, that's all I can do for the round, correct?
That's your action for the round, yes.
I was going to see if I could do armor optimization, but yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
I will move to somewhere safe on the. Are we actually using the board at this point?
You can position yourself on the thing if you want. The silt horror is off the starboard bow over here.
Okay,
So yeah.
I'll transform back into my mortal coil of a human, and then if I'm able to just use the damn it, roll 20. Use the ship's layout to hide in shadows.
Okay, cool. Give me a roll for that.
One day it'll do it. Don't worry. 76 is less than 100, so good deal.
All right. So you skid down behind the Fluggenhaube and lie flat against the deck to avoid being seen by. It's a
part of the
nautical
ship
term.
is-
Do you ride boats? No, I don't think you do.
I don't. I was just. I was just.
Do you
Do
ride?
you-
As asinine as it sounds, he is
ride-
correct.
I ride boats every week on the water. Okay, Portek.
I didn't realize they were German.
Ride boats.
German boats. He rides German boats.
Right next to the schnitzel.
Well, Portek first rolled a 1d20 and 19 for his knowledge of those whatever they were.
So unfortunately, if only you weren't
And
thick.
then he used his 1d20, which he could do again, and rolled a 13.
Oh, outstanding! There it is. They were a non-human race, actually. Not dwarves, not elves, not any of the modern races. Vanished now from the face of Athas. The Uglari. Towered over men, almost like the half-giants. The creatures of great learning and culture and nobility. And yes, they were wiped out by something they referred to as the Doom.
Okay.
Interestingly, there's a little echo in that of what you learnt at the Fane of Alcarak. That was once owned by
The Buckler.
Aarakocra until they were wiped out by something called the Scourge. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there were the dwarves who were almost killed by something called the Butcher. Anyway, please carry on.
Right. Might be the same thing. Oh no, the butcher was killed, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
So,
What?
what you
Okay.
got?
What I'm got.
Oh, hey, John.
Hey.
Hello.
Boy.
John, I'm currently using one of your NPC to fuck with them. So.
I suppose we put it in a bag. We bring it along, right?
It's not the one I've just gutted then.
I'm looking at Matthias.
The orb.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm looking at Matthias.
Sorry.
We put it in the bag. We bring it along with us, right?
I wanted us to destroy it.
Well, we can do that after we've dealt with this thing. First, we want to talk with it as well. It has probably very important knowledge to convey to us on where we need to be.
Okay.
It's from an ancient people.
Speaking alien language to me now.
Okay.
I'll go and help the others.
It hasn't spoken to me, yeah?
You did hear it. You heard. Not since the door's been open. No, you heard weird shit in Dwarven earlier on, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right, good. That's your action then. You go and snare it up in your bag.
We snare it in a bag. Yeah. And bring it along upstairs.
Good. Okay, nice. Rah.
It's the only thing in this room, right?
Yes, it is. Well, there's a kind of little pedestal on the floor that it's attached to, or floating above, should I say, but there doesn't appear to be anything other than a solid block of stone.
Is this a bend bars, lift gates kind of check?
It is a CMB check. If you don't have an entry for that on your sheet, just roll me a d20. I've got the mods here.
All right. If it's a bad roll, let me know, because I do have a d20 too.
That is for you a total of... because you're a gladiator, that's a total of 28. Which I'm just going to check for you.
Sounds good.
That is not enough. You need to hit a 37.
All right, I'll use my d20 inspiration.
Oh, no, that's even worse. Okay.
It's just like I rolled a 5 and then a 6. Come on.
Yeah. Outstanding use of a d20 reroll. You struggle as mightily as you can, but even your great half-giant strength is not enough to get you free. Seeing Max struggle in this way, Bingle Bangle, doesn't bode well for you. What do you do? You're next.
I'm still being held too, aren't I?
Yes, above the silt. Well, in fact, both of you are being drawn now down by both by the tentacles on you toward where, in the bulk of the Great Dreamer, it just splits open, and there is a mouth some 15 feet wide and almost 30 feet long, lined with rows of nested teeth down into a great and waiting gullet.
So,
Bingo, it's okay. If Boba Fett can survive it, we can as well.
Yeah, I just keep telling myself that. Yeah.
Where's
I'm
your
sure the
Mandalorian
DM will
armor?
let that happen.
Yeah.
I am. So they're holding me literally above the silt. So even if I got them to drop me, I would die.
Well, if you timed it just right, you might be able to land on its body, I suppose.
Oh my god, you're just setting me up, aren't you?
Well, you could climb the tentacle.
Also.
Okay, yeah, fine. I'm gonna time it so I can land on the body. I hate you. Okay.
All right.
It's fine.
D20, please.
Where? Just
Or C. Yeah, it's either a CMB on your sheet or just a
yeah, CMB unarmed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's the one. Hello.
What? Okay.
Bad. Not good.
It's a natural one. Not even close. Your tiny little arms will flail as bravely as they. Do you have a reroll?
No, I don't actually.
So you're going nowhere.
Actually, wait. No, didn't I? No, I didn't. No.
Matthias?
I run up there to see this, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you see Min and Max over the silt being dragged down toward the Great Dreamer's Maw. The crew of the Balamarash, or whatever the ship's real name is, haven't had their initiative yet. So as it stands, it's just you right now.
I'm going to fire 3 darts at the creature.
At the main body?
Yep.
Okay, AC 25, please. Okay, 2 hits.
2 hits.
First one just ricochets off its hide, and then the other 2, thwack, thwack, strike home. Are those poisoned?
They are with moleworm slime, and that's +4 to your save. Or -4 to your save.
-4. Okay, so that's 8s or higher it needs.
Yeah.
First dart.
Oh.
Pass. Second dart. Pass. Oh my goodness. Any damage on a pass?
Yeah, 40 damage.
Whoa.
Hang on, that's just that.
Yep.
Where are you? There. Where are you? Here. So.
And then another
50,
18. Gotcha.
Yeah, 58 damage.
Okay, right, nice. You can
And then I
see
hide.
from the from the impact points of where the darts have struck home, dark web-like injuries spreading out across its bulk as the venom, even though you haven't managed to penetrate right into a vein or internal organ, nevertheless dealing injuries to the creatures. Okay, then there is a fire from Drew's, and a pair of the ballistas sing out. Oh, yes. One flies completely wide. The other one, nevertheless, the great bolt, nice, slams right into the side of the Great Dreamer, dealing it 12 points of damage. And you can see on the rear deck, Ulvaris is shouting to his navigator, "While we're free, turn it around, bring the harpoon to bear!" And the navigator can see us spinning the wheel as fast as he can before more tentacles can wrap themselves around the ship and hold it in place, trying to bring the great weapon at the front to bear upon the Silt horror. The command given, Ulvarius strides to the edge of the ship, places his hands upon the wood, closes his eyes, and then there is a rush of psychic force. And
Before you finalise that answer, Mark, you've just won a D20 reroll. With thanks to Lowry, who's just redeemed a D20. You won it.
Thank you.
I've already got
so
one.
much. I shall use it in anger very shortly.
No. You could use it now if you liked.
Yeah. The energies, psychic and otherwise, that come swirling out from Captain Ulvarius' snare, not just Min, but Max also, and with a great rush of psychokinetic force, pull you both loose from the tentacles and begin to swing you through the air back toward the deck.
Just quickly, with thanks to Tegala, who's also redeemed a D20, that is Portek. So Portek wins one. Thank you very much, guys.
Okay. Bingle Bangle, you hit the deck, roll to your feet, and bounce onto the heels of your little Peggies to turn around and see that while even as Ra is being telekinetically swept back down toward the ship, another tentacle sweeps up and grabs her, pulling her. And now Ulvaris is trying to pull her down as a tentacle is trying to pull her away. Ra, you take 16 damage, drops you to, 105. Ulvaris curses beneath his breath. Let go of her, you dirty, dust-sucking harridan. And finally, Tick.
I pull out Othan's flame and set it on fire and charge towards one of the tentacles and chop it.
Go, okay. You will need to leap into the air to actually get to where Ra is dangling over the ship, but that's not a difficult task for a bouncy bug such as yourself.
Yes, I will do that.
Give me a roll. AC 20 for the tentacle.
Yes. Where is it? 26 armor class.
Hit.
And so that does 2d8 because I'm using it two-handed.
Yep.
It's 15 damage plus the flame or whatever. If there's any fire damage, I don't know.
So how much in total?
I don't know. Let me just check the card real quick.
Check the card? Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, I should have been looking this up while I was waiting for my turn. Where is it?
I'm not going to say it out loud.
Yes, you are.
I believe it's an extra 4.
It just lights everything that's flammable, basically.
Okay, so no in that case.
No.
So 15, you say, yeah?
15 damage, yes.
Okay, you leap skyward, blade raised in your two upper arms, whack, and sever it almost entirely through. You slam down onto the deck, look up above. Ra is still being held. The tentacle is kind of split halfway open at the top, and there's silt horror blood running down like a rain around her, but she has not been freed. Initiative, everyone, please.
Damn it.
Janet. And the crew. Oh, nice. Okay. Right, Bingle Bangle, you ready? Inish?
I got a 9.
And then a 9. Okay, Portek?
10.
Tick Tick.
14.
You're doing this on purpose. Matthias?
10.
This weapon has a really slow weapon speed, what can I say?
It does. Ra?
So my CMB unarmed went as an 11.
That's not correct. What, your plus, you mean?
I don't know. It just I rolled my CMB unarmed and it rolled as 11, but I'm just rolling a D10. I got
that's
a
not
2.
possible. That's for Inish, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, I have your full CMB. It's actually like a plus 20. It's plus 23. And Tin.
You're muted.
It's probably for the
muted.
best. 13.
Okay.
I'm still hidden though,
Sitting
so
on-
I'm happy.
This is setting a good example. Right, okay. The ship's crew is on a 1. Ulvarius tries again to free Ra. Natural 1. Good job, you useless fucking psionicist. His 2 crewmen on the ballistas that are pointing toward the creature fire. And another miss and another hit. That's 10 points of damage. And now, finally, the ship is in position. The great harpoon pointing straight toward the silt horror. And artillerist Drews runs to the front of the ship, pulls a hatch open, and drops into a seat into the seat below. I can hear him winding it up, and then ka-chung! And you feel it as a vibration right through the body of the ship itself as a harpoon the size of perhaps 2 large half giants lying end to end goes out across the silt. Hit.
Nice.
Dealing
Million damage.
23 points of damage to the Great Dreamer and knocking it down into double figures and necessitating a morale check. Okay, you can see the thing start to withdraw its tentacles from around the ship. The pelting levels of damage that are being hammered onto the creature are making it clear that this thing is not worth risking its life for. Ulvarius gives another roar of surprise. Azram! Azram! Where's that first mate? We need his psychokinesis up here. Go find him now. One of the dwarven crew turns and goes running below deck. Ra, you are deposited quite neatly upon the deck itself and can take an action with your initiative starting on 2 or adding whatever to that you need to.
Alright, so for Heartbreaker, I believe that adds an additional 2, so that would put me on 4.
Yep, so you're still next.
Oh, awesome. I'm gonna hit it.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
That sword's
Ow.
only 2 initiative.
My Heartbreaker is, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And mastery.
Lowest is a 25.
Okay, so the ship has come nicely around. You can get yourself right to the edge of the vessel, and due to your size and greater reach, are indeed able to stab right down toward the body of the Great Dreamer itself, where it lies just along the ship. Holy shit balls! Okay.
That's 26, 24, 23,
Yeah.
23.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
96 damage.
Leaning at what?
96.
96. Leaning out over the ship, you stab it over and over and over again. The rest of you just kind of see the Heartbreaker going up and down. There's spurts and gouts of blood and chunks of silt horror flying around. You can hear the thing give a low, bellowing moan. The silt all around it vibrates as if being struck by a drum, and the Great Dreamer begins to sink away from the ship. And Bengal, you're on a 9. You can't reach it unless you use missile weapons. However.
I don't even think I have to reach it, my guy.
Okay.
But I think I will just take a crack at it with my crossbow. I'll just use a normal bolt, just as I suppose as it's retreating.
A parting shot.
Yeah. And stay gone. If that hits.
Yes.
It does.
Beautiful shot. Give me damage for that, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
11.
The bolt sails out across the silt. 11. And buries itself in the largest of the Great Dreamer's eyes. The Great Silt Horror's body judders and then ceases to pull away from the ship. The tentacles go limp on the surface of the dust, and the great form slides slowly, drifting backwards, disappearing beneath the surface of the dust.
You know, I feel kind of bad about that. We've surely killed a very big part of the ecosystem here today. Right? Or is no one else is concerned about that? Just me.
Yes.
Okay.
It's quite concerning. Now, the many things it kept in check are now the ruling body, more than likely.
Let's create a power vacuum.
Nature abhors a vacuum. I don't mind them because otherwise I can't get my floors clean. Portek and Matthias and Tick and Tin. Anything specific from you guys?
I'm staying hidden.
Yep.
I was all ready to hack and slash, but I guess that's no longer happening. I look around if there's anything to do.
Okay, Alvarius is looking over the edge of the ship. Take that easy. Told you not to follow us. Seems to be just largely engaged in mocking the dead silt horror. The artillerist is going around getting his dwarven crew to reload the weapons, regardless of the fact that danger seems to be past. And the navigator is busy righting the ship, making sure it's on an even keel.
How bad is the ship damaged?
The ship has taken some solid damage along the outside, and as you noticed before, has been hulled below the silt line. Word from this is already spreading as the quartermaster, she comes running up, still holding her broy. We're holed down below. All hands below. And Drews snaps his hands, and 2 of the surviving dwarves run back down below with the quartermaster to deal with patching the vessel. So yeah. Any actions from you guys?
I had an action still.
Yes, Portek, go.
Yeah. I cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
While I'm
Fade from sight.
holding the corpse of the first mate.
Down below.
Yeah, I'm still there.
Yeah. Yes, you are. Okay.
And I drag him into the locked room and close the door behind me.
Okay. I'm just going to be nitpicky for you. What's your max press from strength? It's strength 16.
Max press. I'm just dragging him with me, yeah. So I don't need to carry him.
This is determining whether the invisibility spell will work on him or not.
That's what you mean.
If it's outside your carrying limit, it won't work.
Yeah, let me check.
Plus it's white blood everywhere.
Okay. Okay, meanwhile, Tick and Tin.
195 pounds.
I guess I go down and
95
help
pounds?
195, yeah.
Yes, he's invisible.
Yeah.
I go
Tick,
down
you said you got to help too? Yeah.
help patch the hole, I guess.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay,
likewise. I'll start working on the any sail and any issue with the mast. I'll look there.
On the upper deck. Good. Okay. Tick, as you go hurrying down below, you can see what the quartermaster and the dwarves are currently staring at in utter shock and horror. the vast spray and spread of white Elan fluid, and
Ugh, gross. Someone
the
couldn't
open
have cleaned
door.
up after they
Do I,
jacked themselves
do I
off.
smell? Do I recognize the smell as the smell of Elan blood?
absolutely, and
Okay.
the open door to the closed area where the obsidian orb currently no longer is.
Okay, I look to the other deckhands and the captain especially.
Okay, you've gone down below. The captain is on the deck above.
Okay, so who's the most?
It's the quartermaster and
Yeah.
Two of the dwarves have rushed down
Okay,
into the lower area.
what are they? Are they? They've stopped in their tracks, have they?
The dwarves have kind of continued. They're not quite sure what it is, but they're more concerned about the silt. The quartermaster, indeed, she stops. What the bloody hell? No, no! And she turns and quite literally just puts her hands to her head.
Okay.
Psychic energy welling up within her.
Okay. Do I recognize the smell of Elan on her? Now that I have this context.
You were told that she was, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did. Oh,
Yes.
in that
I
case,
told you.
In that case, I attack her.
Okay.
Just full claw mayhem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 bites.
Okay, there's 2 misses there, I see. Two natural ones, but the others are all hits.
Yeah, the last 2 are bites.
Yeah, so I'm going to give me...
Oh wait, hold on. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I hit 1 bite too many, so only the 30 is a.
Okay, so that 17 is a save against poison, so she's not paralyzed.
Okay,
But
and
you can give me
then
that.
I
You can
do
just give me a lot of damage.
1, 2, 3, 4 hits on the claws and 1 bite hit.
20, what's that?
So-
22, 31, 39, 44.
And I keep pressing.
Yep,
Full,
okay,
just full assault, hissing and spitting venom. Like
You lay into her with mad Kreen fury, driving her back quite literally into the small room where the obsidian orb was, grievously injured, moments away from death. She manages to send out a psychic call for help. Up on the main deck, Ulvaria suddenly goes rigid. No. No, no. And he turns to face those of you who are still on deck. What have you done? What have you done? And he turns and goes running below deck.
Hiding something that was attacking us.
I'm gonna run after him.
I'm gonna follow hidden.
Yep. Tin?
I'm gonna fix the fucking ship, guys. This is important.
Okay. Ra?
Ra doesn't have a clue what's going on right now.
What's going on?
So I would probably just try and follow the noise of my companions wherever they're heading.
Yeah, you absolutely hear Bengal make for the lower decks.
I will do my best to follow.
Yeah, okay. You can follow his pattering footsteps, running hands along the wood, making your way through your mental map of the ship that you've made so far. And Ulvaris' wake, he comes skidding. There's no need to roll for it. In time to see Tic-Tic standing, claws dripping with white fluid over the corpse of the quartermaster.
spin around, hissing at him.
No! No! What'd you kill her for? Why'd you do that?
You see her blood?
We're all Elan.
Why?
Because we're fleeing the order.
Oh, there it is. That's the sad part. Oh, yeah.
That's why I brought you on board.
Oh, no.
I come out of the shadows. Then why did your quartermaster try to kill me?
Quartermaster? What?
He was the first mate.
First
Why
mate.
did your first mate try to kill me?
Azram, where the hell is he? I don't know.
Well, he's dead.
And then finally, he sees that the door is open.
I know
And
he's
the
still
orb is
trickling with blood.
Oh, no. No, you've let it out. Why did you let it out? You'll only have been trying to stop you. Oh, Azram, you fool, you fool!
Tik looks in confusion at the captain and then at his own claws.
Ra just looks genuinely confused and is just like,
Can someone explain what's going on?
They're all
On the main
alarmed.
deck, Tick. On the main deck, Tin. You and the remaining dwarf and the artillerist are doing quite well at fixing the sail.
Yeah, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome as you kill people who were perfectly innocent. Not judging.
Hey man, we have a history with Elan, you know.
I walked in on one of the alarm trying to kill.
It's a
Bias.
completely valid response.
Exactly. So I step out of the shadows as well. I walked in on your first mates trying to murder Matthias.
By shadows, you were actually invisible.
Yes.
Do you drop the invisibility?
No, but I move away from the visibility, so the corpse of.
Okay.
Yes.
Azram!
If he
Virus drops at his side. He's trying to sense any life, but just stares at the white blood in his hands. No.
Diplomacy would have been much better than to attack me.
We told you the truth. You should have told us the truth.
We knew you were lying.
And your man shouldn't have tried to murder my mate here.
You knew
He was a fool.
We knew what we were going to do.
He was a hot-headed fool. I tried for years. I knew this day would come for him. And you're right. You're right, I should have. But I didn't know. I didn't know what you knew, or who you were, or where you'd been.
We knew as soon as you asked my name. As soon as you knew my name, your demeanor changed.
We got a little bit worried as soon as we caught your quartermaster cutting herself in the.
We haven't had the best luck
In the
with
kitchen.
Elan in the past.
They have consistently trying to murder us.
Mm-hmm.
He looks over at Advara. You clumsy. I know, she says, holding up the dishcloth bandaged hand. I know.
Didn't I just murder her?
No, almost.
Oh no, sorry, my mistake. You did.
Oh.
You did. You killed her, yes.
It's like, I feel less guilty now. Oh no, I'm guilty again.
Did he know?
I'm so confused emotionally right now.
So yeah, sorry about your dead friend.
I thought I was doing the right thing, bringing you on board. What you said about...
Well, we are fighting against the order. That's clear. That is what we're doing.
Did you not think Elan be suspicious to us?
I didn't know what you knew. You only mentioned the psionic field. I didn't know you knew about us. They've stopped making us.
Well, that's because we stopped them from using you in Tyr. And then in all the other cities.
And in Nibene and Golgain and Balak too.
That was us.
And then something...
What do you have in the other locked room?
Why were you trying to keep this hidden from us?
First question.
Even as you
first.
ask that question, the voice rises out of the orb, even though you can't see it. It's in your bag. It fills your minds. You must free me. Give me the death I crave. And all of you hear it this time.
There is
And
that
once
screen
more in
again.
other tongues.
Slap tick tick. Shh. Spray water at
The
it.
room above. It's got the obsidian engine in. But we can't use it. If we do, they'll hear it. The Amistine was their ship.
Whose ship?
The Elan.
The Order's
Ah,
their ship.
you stole the ship from the Order. Ah, sorry. Pieces are now falling together for me. Only now. I'm being slow. This is what you get when you wake me prematurely from my sleep. It's...
So,
So the Amistine was the proper name of this ship.
Aye.
And it has an obsidian engine,
Aye, it does.
and you can't use it because that would...
Alert the Order.
And
There has been some kind of schism, some kind of, I don't know, the upper echelons of the Order are falling apart. We took advantage of it, stole the ship, took ourselves, stole the orb, tried to find freedom.
And the orb, what is it, according to you?
She's a princess of the Oglari, or was. It was the way back in the old days before the sun turned red.
I know.
When death came, they placed the consciousnesses in obsidian orbs. The things that she can teach us, the wisdom that she has, thousands of years of psychic lore stored up in that thing. We had to take it with us, had to try, find a way to make a new life for ourselves. Away from them.
Do you realize that the fact that she called us and spoke to us, that also means that she might have called this creature to help free her?
Yes. That's why he's been hunting us.
Ah.
You can hear her song.
So did you try
I didn't know.
speak to her?
She disagrees with what we're doing.
Why?
She wants her death.
I understand, but why don't you make a deal with her? Give her her death.
Because of what we can learn from her.
Well, then make a deal with her that she understands how much time she has to wait still. It's going to be nothing compared to how long she had to wait.
I've tried. And the voice rings again. Millennia of pain. Not a moment more. Not a moment more. Give me death. Oh, I will call them. I am free of my cage. I will call them all. Is she speaking to you?
Yes.
She won't speak to me anymore. I can
She
hear
says
what she's saying.
she says she call all of them if we don't kill her.
We've got to put her back in there now. Put her back in there and shut the door. Who has her? Who has her? Which one of you has her?
I have her.
Portig, I beg you, by all that you love, put her back in the cage. Seal the door. I will do everything I can to get you to Akarakle. If she calls them, we all die. And the voice again.
Do it.
Free.
I walk into the cage, and I put the...
Ulvarius closes the door behind you, sealing you in darkness. You can hear his voice. Put her back on the pedestal. I'll let you out.
No, that's fine.
The rest of you see this, by the way. Portek in the room. Ulvarius shuts the door, kind of leaning his forehead against it, shoulders heaving with emotion. At this point, anything from the rest of you, by the way?
I think I'm still unknown to everything that's happening while I'm fixing.
I want to break it.
Your work on the ship has been taken to at least a point where the remaining crew can take over. Should you wish to head below deck and rejoin the party, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll start on my way down there to rejoin everyone.
So, Tin, you arrive to see, as I said, Matthias, Ra, Bingle Bangle, and Tick Tick outside the sealed door at the stern of the ship. Ulvaris is leaning his head against it.
You need to free.
Portek, there is no sign.
Let Portek out, and destroy the orb. If you want to have your own lives, go and have your own lives.
Have you put it on the pedestal?
Yes, I do that immediately. Yeah.
Okay. Ulvaris opens the door. Do you step out or not?
No, I'm trying to communicate with the orb.
Okay. He pushes it shut again.
Who are you guys saying? Who do you want to kill?
They're all Elan. But they're fleeing the order. Much like the other one that we found in Tyr.
Yeah, the ones that try to run don't seem to get very far.
Well, I mean, it would seem like because they're not making them anymore, the Elan have lost their purpose, or
they're trying to destroy them all.
Yeah, so maybe these guys at least could be considered allies rather than
well, that depends
enemies.
What he does with this orb.
Well, let's just say they're not enemies.
Ulvaris says.
You seem to be
Same as you.
in very need of allies right now.
Okay, so who are you guys all talking about? You know, I came down. You said
they're all Elan.
Yeah, no, but you said let him out and kill.
Portek's in the room with this orb. They're trying to keep it captive. It wants to be free. Free it.
Free it, or you're no better than the Order.
Exactly. Free it.
You were their
destroy it.
plaything. If this is your plaything, you're no better than them. Maybe not as powerful, but just as manipulative if you're trying to use it to your own purposes.
And if you want allies, you have allies here.
We only seek to learn from it. That's all.
Not by keeping something captive.
You
If
could
it
have
doesn't
learned.
wish to teach, then you won't learn. And it sounds like it doesn't want to teach. So anything you do to make it is wrong. You get the
Also,
choice whether to be wrong or right.
We know others who know the way. They can teach you instead.
Yes.
Bengal, you were saying?
Doesn't have to come to this, is all.
You and your crew are in need of allies and any other fleeing Elan. If they truly are separated from the Order, and if they come forward and show their willingness, then we have no reason to not be allies. We are trying to defeat the Order.
The whole Elan thing aside, I don't think it really matters when we all have the same enemy, right?
You're right. What have I become? You're right, Tin, I'm just like them. I'm nothing more than a slaver.
Well, it sounds like you know what you need to do.
While this conversation is going on, within the sealed chamber, in the darkness, Portek, the mind within the orb reaches out to you. It is within your power, child of the earth. My prison is likewise of the earth.
I understand.
My people are gone.
My
city is gone.
I will give you your wish. But I ask you before I do so. I plead to you before I do so. To tell me the story of your people. So with your passing, at least I can record the memory of them, what happened to them, and what were their great victories and their great losses, so that they can be remembered, even if you're no longer there.
It hits you like a bolt of lightning. Images, sounds, songs, names, histories, legends, chronologies, mothers, fathers, children, princes, over and over, faster and faster and faster and faster.
Concentrate.
A world under a blue sky, a golden sun, a shimmering sea, a war, lords striving against lords, and great armies with sorcerers at their heads, wiping out one people after another. I, the Uglari, I, the Namoi, I, the Uglai, one and then another, until only great oblivion rolls across the world in never-ending waves, and the sunrise sea boils away to ash, and the forests die, and the world itself splits open, and the sun burns red. And there, peppered in and amongst this sudden, rushing concatenation of events, is a word you recognize, Akarakle. It's just fleeting, goes right past, but that too is part of their story.
Akarakle. I know that place. That is what we are looking for.
The flood becomes a river, becomes a stream, becomes a trickle, becomes a drip, drip, drip of centuries passing by, entombed within obsidian. Hopeless and endless and aimless. The black stone engulfing all. And then the consciousness realizes what you just said as its message is over.
I'm still processing and memorizing each and every aspect of what I've seen just now.
Akarakle lies on the island of Morgaj, the outermost of the Road of Fire. There, the Wind Mages held court. Their lord, Hakar, a mighty preserver. But a catastrophe overcame it. Slew Hakar and his people. And the army of Merek, the Defiler warlord who came to lay siege against them. This battle you see playing out before you. A siege that lasts for years against a fortress perched right above an ocean that becomes silt, a forest that becomes ash, a land that becomes desolation. And then an end to it all. The silt lapping in silence against the ruins of Akarakle. But you know where it lies.
And thank you also for the last bit. How should I will do as you wish. How shall I proceed? Shall I shatter the orb?
The stone is a cage.
I'm sure the captain of the ship didn't mean any harm. Please forgive him. And Ortek takes his hands and sinks them into the obsidian. Closes his eyes and shreds the orb.
It comes apart. The obsidian splintering like shards. And all of you, Ulvarius included, hear the song of the Uglari rise, majestic and beautiful, filling the Amistine, filling the ship, till it is almost as if the boards and the planks, the rivets, the sail, the mast, and now even the dust itself resonates with the song. Its last note, high and clear and pure and piercing, until it dies away at last into nothingness. Into the silence that follows come Captain Alvarius's tears.
I asked to be let out of the room.
He opens the door.
I place my hand on the captain's shoulders. Welcome to true
It's
freedom.
done then.
In her passing, she
looked-
parted us a great knowledge, great learning. Have you got paper on the ship? I need to write down everything I saw.
I have.
I'll be busy for days.
We have days.
And I know where our correctly is, guys.
Some good news for once. Captain, I'm sorry for all your friends. By this moment going forward, I'm sure we can all say, if you need us, we'll happily help you. If it's any
Alvarius
allies you
stands.
need, we're here.
I am in your debt. I will make no claim otherwise.
It is
To hell with Charbas. We sail straight for Akarakle. With those words, we will draw our perspective back from the Balamarash. No, from the Amistine. As she turns and curves away from the north toward the east, and bound for the outermost island of the Road of Fire. And at last, the fortress of Akarakle.